Hey folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to the Dice Tower. What you're about to see is a werewolf game, and this one is one that was not run by me or I even participated in, but I wanted to put them up here for folks to see different styles of werewolf games. I moderate them on our Facebook channel, Dice Tower Werewolf. You can find that on Facebook, a group there that you can join. And there are werewolf games that happen almost every night that you can jump in and play on these games. And so I post the ones that I host on our channel, but this is one hosted by somebody else. There's all different games you will see as time goes by. So let's get started. You're going to watch the game and see what happens here. I'll let the moderator explain all the rules and what's going on. Here we go.
So you saw the theme for today was sympathy for a werewolf, and that is going to come into play with a role that we have. But let's start off with the villager roles. There are an unknown number of villagers, like always. There's going to be a seer, who, if you don't know what the seer does, every night they're going to wake up, they're going to choose somebody. I'll give them a yes or do a werewolf motion, or no, they're not a werewolf. We have the bodyguard, who every night they're going to be able to protect somebody. The only rule with the bodyguard is they cannot choose the same person 2 nights in a row. There's going to be a hunter, where if any time this player dies, they get to kill somebody. So if it's during the night or during the day, they'll get to kill somebody. We're going to play with a tough guy. So the tough guy is if they get killed during the night by the werewolves, they will not die that night. They will actually die the following night. Okay, so the werewolves don't have to attack them 2 times. It's just if the werewolves attack the tough guy, they won't die that night. They'll die the next night. We are going to play with Van Helsing. Van Helsing is every night they have the option to kill somebody. They do not have to, but they're trying to kill werewolves. If they kill a werewolf, I'll give them a thumbs up. Good job, you got a werewolf. If they kill a villager, I will give them a thumbs down. What that will mean for them is during the day, when we do our votes, their vote, they will still vote up or down, but their vote won't count. So I'm going to, when we do the votes, I'm going to make sure I count them. I'm going to try to make sure I count them correctly. So leave them up as long as you can. When I give you the numbers, then you can put them down. So I'll tell you how many votes up, how many votes down. So that could come into play if Van Helsing kills a village role or just a villager. And they do not have to kill. It's just an option. We're going to be playing with the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is also on the village team. Every night, the Boogeyman will write down a name. If that person had a role, they will not activate that night. So if the Boogeyman...
Can you say the Boogeyman
Yep.
again?
So the Boogeyman's going to wake up every night. They're going to write down a name. If they write down somebody's name and they have a role, they won't activate that night. So if the Boogeyman were to pick the seer person, the seer, when I wake them up, I'm going to hold up a sign that says, you're scared. Scared just means you're not activating tonight. The Boogeyman scared you.
But he said it's on the village's team?
Yep, on the village team. So if
It's
they
just a
scare,
jerk.
if they scare a werewolf, the werewolves will not get to kill that night.
Ooh.
So if they scare anybody on the werewolf team, they will not get to kill that night. And this time around, I know some of you played with Boogeyman before with me. I'm just going to say scared. I'm not going to say, hey, Blake, specifically, they scared you. I'm just going to put scared. So if the werewolves wake up and they see this, they won't get to kill that night.
Can they scare the same person?
Yeah, so same rule with the bodyguard. The Boogeyman cannot scare the same person 2 nights in a row. So you have to alternate. The last village role is I'm going to play with Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde.
Right.
So every night I'm going to say Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. Do you want to be Dr. Jekyll or do you want to be Mr. Hyde? If you want to be Mr. Hyde, you're going to write down potion. You have 3 potions for the entire game. Right? If you use a potion, you will become Mr. Hyde. What that means is Mr. Hyde cannot be killed by anybody that night or day. The only way you can kill them is if you voted them out. So like if the hunter tried to shoot them during the day, they wouldn't get killed. If the werewolves tried to kill them at night, they wouldn't get killed. That's only if they're Mr. Hyde. There is one catch to this. Mr. Hyde is a very volatile person. If you choose to become Mr. Hyde, you must make a nomination that day. And that is making a nomination, that is not seconding somebody. So you must make a nomination. So for example, if Trey was Mr. Hyde, and let's say somebody nominated Blake that wasn't Trey, and then Blake gets voted out, if Trey didn't get to nominate that day, Trey will die the next day. So if you don't nominate, you will die. The potion will overcome you, you get killed. If you want to stay as Dr. Jekyll, which you will be every single night unless you use the potion, Dr. Jekyll has the power to research. What that means is you will hold up a person's name and I will start recording it. The second time you research that same person, I will give you the exact role that that person has. So if I research Blake the first night, I'm going to record that. I'm not going to tell them anything. And the next night they research Blake again, I will give them Blake's exact role. Are there any questions on any of the village roles that I just went over?
Yeah,
I'm
on the tough
guessing-
guy, does the tough guy know that he's been killed, even though he's not going to die till the next night?
No.
He
And
just wakes up.
And
He just
another
wakes
thing
up
about-
assuming he still wasn't killed.
And by the way, Harriman's first name is Justin.
Yes, but I
another
see his
question
name as
I had about
Harriman.
the tough
I
guy.
always go by Harriman.
I see him as Harriman. I'm putting him down as Harriman, so I'm not going to mess that
Can
up.
Jekyll research the same person two nights in a row?
Yes, they can.
And they should, I guess.
Okay.
Because
And
they
the
have to
tough guy,
research twice.
So my question about the tough guy, some people play it differently. So if the tough guy is targeted and you want that in next night, what on that next night gets protected by the like the bodyguard, right?
No,
He still dies.
They'll still die. If the bodyguard protected him the first time, then his power was never in effect. But if he was already attacked, no matter what, he's dying the next time.
Do the werewolves get another target kill, or is that their kill for the night?
That's their kill. They just won't know that they tried to kill that person. Like that he could have been protected. They don't know that he was the tough guy.
The next night they could kill 2 people.
Yeah, if the tough guy
Okay.
dies and then they kill somebody else, 2 people could end up dying.
They don't lose their kill. They just get killed later.
Yeah, correct.
Not like they got 2 killed.
Connor, does Jekyll and Hyde can Jekyll and, or Hyde swap personality during the night every night?
Yep, every single night. Just know that you only have 3 potions. So once you've used all 3 potions, you can no longer be Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
All right, let's go through the werewolf rolls now.
Is it 3 or 4?
3 potions. All right. There are unknown number of werewolves. There's going to be a wolfman. The wolfman, if the seer checks the wolfman, they will be checked as a villager. So if they check the wolfman, I'm going to say no, not a werewolf.
Just about that, when they die, are we told it's a werewolf?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
It's just for the seer. That's the only way you would see them as a villager. All right. We are playing with the Rabid Wolf, one of my favorites. The Rabid Wolf, how this works is whoever nominated the Rabid Wolf and seconded, if you end up killing the Rabid Wolf, one of those 2 people will randomly become a werewolf. So whoever nominated and seconded the Rabid Wolf, if they get voted out, one of those 2 will become a werewolf. And to clarify, just to make sure we understand this too, I know there's a lot of times where like multiple people second it. I will say, hey, Trey nominated and Gil seconded. So if I see multiple people, I'm just going to
No, I didn't.
I'm going to just go with whoever I see first. Okay, so I will always clarify, this is who nominated, this is who seconded.
Right, but the rabid wolf
Will
will
we know
die,
when
and
they
it's just
die
a
if they
new
were
person would
rabid?
substitute. Would basically it's a swap.
Yes, yeah, it'd be one of those 2 would become a wolf. They got bit. You will not know when the rabid wolf dies. So anytime a werewolf is killed during the day, you guys voted him out, I will always say, all right, hey, village, stay awake. And I will either be sending a real message to you saying you are the wolf now, or just pretending to be sending a message. So you'll never know if you killed the rabid wolf or not.
Ross, are you in this game?
I signed up for it, but I can back out.
I'm going to ask that you back out, Ross, only because we had already started and we had
No worries.
just jump in. Sorry.
No worries. Sorry, guys. Nice.
I was gonna say I'm fine.
fun, we'll see you in a
if
bit.
he signed up.
It's up to you, Adam. You can decide.
I'm fine, bro. If he signed up, I'll
I'll glad. I'm exhausted, so
Okay.
I was only playing just so you'd have a full set. But if he's signed up, I'll drop. That's
Adam, I owe you.
All right, Ross, I got you in now.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
The very werewolf move.
We also have, since the Boogeyman is in the game, and it's a very powerful role because if they scare the werewolves, anyone on the werewolf team, they don't get to kill that night. We have an unknown number of Outcast Wolves. There could be 1, there could be 3, there could be 4, who knows. These wolves, or wolf, will get to kill if the werewolf team was scared. So the Outcast Wolves, you can almost think of them as they're on the werewolf team, but they're not part of the werewolf group when they wake up. So if anyone on the werewolf group was scared, I will then wake up the Outcast Wolf or Wolves and say, all right, who would you like to kill? And they will get to kill that night. So the Outcast Wolves will not know who the werewolves are, and the werewolves will not know who the Outcast Wolves are. But they are on the same team as far as the vote or the count goes at the end of the game. The only problem with the Outcast Wolf, since they're not in this like tough wolf pack, if the Boogeyman scares an Outcast Wolf, they die. So if the Boogeyman picks an Outcast Wolf, they will die.
And Outcast Wolves or the Wolves kill each other?
They could kill each other. So a regular wolf could kill an Outcast Wolf, or an Outcast Wolf could have killed a regular wolf.
Do the Outcast Wolves know each other?
Yep. And if there is more than one, there could just
It's
be
like
one.
2 teams. So it's like 2 teams of werewolves, but the other ones only activate when the others are scared, right?
Correct. But they are on the same. They're all on the same team to make sure we.
But they don't know each other.
They-
Like for Team A does not know Team B,
Nope,
and vice
no.
versa. Okay.
Yep. And
More
just
like a primary and a
for
secondary.
say that again.
I was saying
Yeah,
it's more
yeah,
like a
it's more like a
primary
backup.
and a secondary versus a A and a B.
Yes, they're a backup group. And to clarify, when I say werewolves wake up, I'm only talking to the regular werewolves. After the werewolves, I will say Outcast Wolves wake up. So if you are an Outcast Wolf, you don't wake up when I say werewolves wake up. You will wake up when I say Outcast Wolves wake up. And again, there could be 1, there could be 2, 3. To make it simple, I'm just going to say wolves. I'm not going to just go back and forth with the pronouns. So I'm just going to say
Another question, considering Van Helsing's role, if he kills an Outcast Wolf, what happens then? Does he?
That's still good. He wants to kill wolves.
It's
So
good. Okay.
That's good. And because we have so much sympathy for these werewolves, we have a sympathizer in the game.
Actually, you're the only one that has the sympathy.
Yeah.
Though.
The sympathizer is, for all sake and purposes, they are on the werewolf team. Okay, they win with the werewolves. But as far as like how many werewolves are left versus villagers, they count for the village team. Does that make sense? So if there are 4 werewolves and 4 villagers and the sympathizer, they don't have enough to beat them. Okay, but the sympathizer wins with the werewolves.
Do they wake up with the werewolves?
They will not know who the werewolves are. The werewolves will not know who they are. The sympathizer, which will be the first person I wake up, once for the whole game, can try to convince one of the other roles to not do their job that night. And when I say that, they will get to write down either Boogeyman, Seer, Bodyguard, Jekyll / Hyde, or Van Helsing. Once during the whole game, those 5 roles they can pick. If they pick one of them, that person, when they wake up, I'm just going to show them sympathize. They are not going to get to do their thing that night because they feel bad for the werewolves, and the sympathizer made them feel bad for doing their job.
But that's once a game?
Yeah, so they can do the Boogeyman once per game, the Seer once per game.
Oh,
the
each role.
They can do each one of those once per game. So once they've done the Boogeyman, they won't get to do it. And I will also not tell them if those characters are in the game. So they might have sympathized for the Boogeyman, and the Boogeyman might not even be in the game.
So can they do it the first night? And I imagine the order is going to be they're going to go before everyone else.
I'll go through the order, and I'll go through what is going to happen after I sign the rules.
Will sympathizer get 1 shot, but when he does choose is just for 1 night?
Yeah, so like if they choose the Boogeyman won't do their job that night. But
Well,
then the
they know
next
they're
night, the
sympathizing.
Boogeyman is doing their job, and the sympathizer can never choose Boogeyman again.
Is
But
it,
he can choose another.
No.
Yeah.
is it randomized roles?
Yes, everything's randomized. I already typed it all in.
Sympathize to see our first round so Connor can actually live a round.
So hold on. Real quick. If you were sympathize and you don't get to do your role, will you know it?
Yep, I'm gonna hold up this. If you see sympathize, that means they did that to you.
Cool.
And the
Which roles can
sympathizer
you
can only do
sympathize?
this.
The 5 roles that they can sympathize are the Boogeyman, the Seer, the Bodyguard, Jekyll/Mr. Hyde, and Van Helsing. Basically, all the good guy roles that wake up during the night. So they can't sympathize the tough guy. They can't sympathize the hunter because they're not waking up.
Once per game, right?
Yes, each of those roles once.
Oh, each of the roles. Okay,
Yes,
that's what it was.
If the sympathizer hits the bodyguard, does that reset his or I guess
Yes.
the boogeyman too? Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not
Yep,
2
they
nights.
didn't do it that same night. So yes, they would restart their thing. They could go back to back essentially.
The sympathizer is on the werewolf team, but they don't
You-
count as a werewolf for the end
Correct.
condition, you said?
Correct. So if the seer looks at a sympathizer, they're going to see no, they're not a werewolf, even though they're on the werewolf team.
But for the winning count at the end of the game,
Do not count for the count. They are
They do win
counting
with the
on
werewolves, but they don't
Yeah,
get
they
the
are
count.
counting on the village side. They're a villager. They just feel bad for the werewolves.
Okay, and you said they don't wake up with the werewolves,
Yeah,
right?
they neither the werewolves nor the sympathizer will know who each other are. Right.
Connor, could you explain Van Helsing again, please?
Yep. Van Helsing, every night they'll wake up. They have the option to kill somebody. If they want to, they'll write down a name. I'll give them a thumbs up. You got a werewolf. Thumbs down. You didn't. If they didn't get a werewolf, their vote that day won't count. So when I actually count the votes, their vote won't count. They will still vote up or down, but I just won't, I'll ignore it.
Thank you.
Have you started?
We are
The villager-
starting,
the
Chris.
villager still
Okay.
dies if they kill.
No problem.
No, it's all right. And the last thing I'm going to say is there are an unknown number of lichens in the game.
I like that.
I love this. I will say this though: the lichens or lichen in this game, they will get a message that says they're villagers, so they will not know if they're a lichen or not.
I ask a question real quick.
Yep.
Are there any roles in the game that you're not telling us about?
No.
He's not a Yahoo.
I'm just asking.
can we nominate you?
No, you can't nominate me.
Can we nominate you?
Just clearing things that happened on past game, just making sure we cover all our bases.
Some of these roles here, like one's trying to show Tom, you should add so that you don't die first night as werewolf.
Yeah,
Steve,
I'm
you
trying
need to
get-
turn off that notification
The whole
thing.
point of this video is to get Tom to get some of these roles
Yeah.
that the werewolves.
We can't have that for 3 more hours. That was annoying.
All right.
Well, I
so
did
I'm
get
gonna,
rid of it, but I got to
I'm
get rid
gonna
of
start
my,
randomizing. If you
Connor,
guys
one
could
last
fill Ross in on some of the rules because I know he wasn't here.
Can Van Helsing kill Connor?
I'm all good. Thanks.
Can Van Helsing, does Van Helsing kill the villagers he attacks?
Yes.
Can the boogeyman kill scare Connor?
No.
Ah,
I'm
out. I'm not playing this.
Harriman, you did bring up a good question. If Van Helsing shoots somebody that the bodyguard protected, that person won't die, but I will still say that their vote won't count that day.
All right.
So they will know it's a villager.
Yes,
They get
every
confirmation.
night I'm going to put thumbs up or thumbs down for them when they do that.
Like, I want to see you redeem yourself one day as Van Helsing. I really want to see it.
I'm aware of that, Scotty. I know.
It's probably never gonna happen.
Connor, did you say what lichen is?
Oh,
It's
yes,
basically
sorry.
a villager.
Lichen is going to be for the seer. They're going to show up as a werewolf, so I'm going to say yes, they're a werewolf, but they're villagers.
They're not really.
Okay, got it.
There's no mystic seer in this one, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm assuming
sort
if the
of.
boogeyman scares the lichen, it doesn't affect the seer's
Doesn't
information.
affect them.
Yeah,
But
Dr.
Boogeyman's
Jekyll
only
or
affecting-
Dr. Jekyll's kind of a mystic here, but
slow one.
Boogeyman is affecting only the people that wake up at night.
Dr. Jekyll will see through the lichen. Right?
and the Wolfman, both of them.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to start getting down these rolls, and you guys can talk.
So how likely do we think it is that he only has 2 real werewolves and the others are like all others are outcasts?
Unlikely.
Knowing Connor, there's 4 werewolves.
Lichens and only 2 werewolves.
Hey, Blake, I just private messaged you, so check it out.
He did this last time. He had 2 outcasts.
I agree with that.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So we had less people.
What I
A lot
did
less
anyway.
people.
I'm just gonna be the called in English. I don't know, like the support.
Guami man.
No, like the
Swedish man.
The support guy. So I'm gonna say because we have new people in here, so welcome, and please have something to write on. If you get a role that you're gonna show things in the night, then make sure to write big so Connor see the stuff.
If Joseph
And
comes out as the
Joseph
seer,
is Joseph
day
is
two, he's lying.
JOSEF. Just so
Hey,
you know.
you again? I thought we were gonna have a clean slate, man.
You just throw me under the bus right on the chat there.
You can also do like large text on your thingy and make it so he might not be here, but here you go.
Yeah, that actually works as well. As long as Ross closes his eyes so he doesn't sit around and sees if the screen lights up.
I can't help it if I've got super senses.
Just if you take the top of your eyes and put them down, like with the other part.
I'll do that. Does that work? I'm completely looking at the screen, but okay. No, I get you. I'll do it.
Ross, I know that you like to be an empath, so maybe you're a sympathize guy as well. Here.
I'd like to know we don't have a Sasquatch.
That's completely possible, Joseph.
What are we supposed to talk about the first night if there's no Sasquatch?
We can talk about you, Andrew.
Yes.
Everyone
Do you think
talks-
Andrew should
Are-
come
are you
out
nervous,
first
Andrew?
night, or?
I can confirm I am no role yet, so.
I don't believe there's any reason to ever talk about the Sasquatch Night one again after Jason won.
You never mention it again.
Agreed.
No, that was very healing to me to see him not claim it.
We're going to start sending out the roles.
To be fair, he did ask in the second day if people wanted to talk about it because he was sent out the first day.
Yeah, but he still lied through his teeth. He's always claimed that he would come out if he was a Sasquatch, and then he half-assed.
But the Sasquatch role
asked it very
changed.
lightly.
The Sasquatch role changed as long as the if the werewolves kill the Sasquatch, then the Sasquatch becomes a werewolf, which encourages the village to not kill anybody the first day, which I think is the right move after we've been through that umpteen times too.
Right.
Yeah,
Did Jason show up? Because I just put my headphones back on and we're talking about the Sasquatch.
Somehow.
We're discussing that he disproved the Sasquatch theory by throwing everybody under the bus. So.
Well, yeah, and he went against everything that he said.
Yeah.
It must have been a misunderstanding. He would never do that.
No,
Nah,
no.
It was clearly a long con all along.
Actually, my favorite part of that video was watching Tom roll his eyes every time Jason went to go type in somebody's name to kill.
Yeah, it was like a novel.
Yeah, it was a novel every
He's like,
single time.
Come on.
And then the blinding light at the camera. Yep.
Oh yeah, he says he doesn't have a lamp, so he just has to shine his light at the camera.
Wasn't it the
He does have a lamp. Tom even bought him a lamp. He just doesn't use it.
No, I'm sending him lights because he even messaged me because I said I had lights. I'm shipping him lights because
Good.
He's
Good.
been using his phone, but
IKEA has some really cheap. So does
I have some
Walmart.
spare. So
Cool.
Melissa, here's hoping neither one of us are werewolves this game.
Oh God, I really don't have the energy to be a werewolf.
Yeah, 2 games in a row. Last time I was like, oh no.
It was awful.
Oh, so
you
you've
look
only
more
been
like
a
a
werewolf so
disembodied
far.
ghost than a werewolf, right there.
Yeah, Melissa, I'm sorry of my bad randomness.
Oh man, I hate it. I hate being a wolf, and twice in a row, man. It was rough.
You were the special, like the wolf, Warmy wolf as well. So you had a
Yeah, I did get to kill somebody extra, so that
Yeah,
was
you
fun.
did like that though. I saw it in your eyes.
A couple more.
I must say I like the system we had on Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever it was. Yeah, Wednesday with nominations. That was fun.
Yeah, I wasn't there, so could you explain that to me, Joseph?
Yeah, it was like first person nominated becomes a candidate. Second person nominated and second becomes the other candidate, and then everyone votes on to kill one of those two.
Oh, okay. So how did that work out?
It worked out nicely. We got rid of the whole first nomination doesn't mean anything because we're looking for information and all that.
And then we also had it so whoever didn't get killed was immune from nominations the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But
But that became
for
really
the second
powerful
game.
in the end game.
Yeah, we removed that for the second game, and I actually think I like it better without that.
Yeah, it was a nice bonus early on, but in the end game, it became
Yeah.
too powerful.
Or it could be like when there's 10 people left, then we stop doing it. Something like that. It was actually really nice for us. It was a whole lot of like another tempo in the game, or whatever it's called. The flow of the game was different.
That sounds great to me.
You never had to ask people to nominate. It just like went by really quickly, and most of the day was all defense.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it actually made people talk more, I think, than usual, which was interesting. Maybe it was just a coincidence, but or maybe it was because I was the moderator, so I wasn't talking, which meant everyone else could talk more. Because I wasn't.
It was
talking
good
over
too.
them. That's actually how.
Because
it was.
Maybe
I
a
think
little
it's a
from column A
50-50
and a little
vote.
bit from column B. Maybe it was both.
You
Makes
think
me
it's
real sad
50-50,
is that
but because it's kind of like roulette with the double zero, because occasionally you would tie the vote and then no one would die.
Yeah.
I like it. I just like
think
the
I
twist.
sent out all the messages. Did you guys all get them? I should say, did anyone not get one?
thumbs up if you got your roll.
All right. So real quick before we start, just so you guys know the order, I'm going to wake up the sympathizer first. They're not going to activate the first one, but I'm still going to wake you up just so I know you know who you are. I'm going to wake up the boogeyman next. You're not going to activate, but I'm going to wake you up just so you know who you are. I'm going to wake up the bodyguard. Again, not going to activate, just so you know who you are. I'm going to wake up the werewolf team, which is not the Outcast Wolves. So if you're an Outcast Wolf, you wouldn't wake up. You're going to just look and see who the other werewolves are. You're not going to kill. Then I'm going to wake up the Outcast. I'm going to say wolves the whole game, even if there's just one. I'm going to say Outcast Wolves wake up. They're not going to kill. Then I'm going to say Van Helsing, wake up. Again, not going to kill. And I'm going to say Seer, wake up. Seer will get to do their ability the first night. So they'll check somebody. And then I'll say Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. They can use their ability the first night. So they could use a potion, turn into Mr. Hyde, or they could research. So really, it's only the Seer and the Dr. Jekyll who's going to do anything the first night.
So the sympathizer can't block the Seer first night?
They're not activating the first night. Nope.
All right.
All right, we all ready? All right, let's see if I can mute everybody here.
I thought you would have that so you could save yourself in the future.
All right, everybody go to sleep. All right, let's start it off with the sympathizer. Please wake up. All right, so you're not activating. Sympathizer, please go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. So you're not activating tonight. All right, Boogeyman, go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Again, you're not activating. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, wake up. So take a look who your werewolves are. All right, werewolves, go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, wake up. Outcast Wolves, go to sleep. Van Helsing, wake up. So you're not activating tonight. Van Helsing, go to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to check? Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. Who would you like to use a potion or do research tonight? If you want to use a potion, just write down potion. If you want to research, write down a name. All right. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. All right, everybody wake up. All right, so we all got invited to this small island, remote island that we all thought was gonna be really fun, really cool to hang out in. Unfortunately, we heard some loud howling and rumbling out there. So I, being as smart as I am, decided to take the boat, the only boat off the island, and left you guys there. Good luck.
You
made it up.
I don't know if that's smart or selfish.
Give me both.
Definitely smart.
Probably people could fit in the boat.
All right.
You have the normal structure, right, with 3 nominations.
Yep, we're gonna do 3 nominations. You need someone at first and second, normal.
I have a question that I forgot to ask. The Lycan and the Wolfman, are those roles that can be stacked on top of other roles?
No, they will just be their own role.
Who asked for the question? I didn't see who asked for the question.
It was Ben.
That is so silent.
Who's yelling?
Got his TV, I think.
No, not my TV.
Oh, your screen was lit when the noise was going.
Wow.
I'm trying not to be
This is
talked
yeah.
to, but you guys are forcing me.
watching
You guys are
Werewolf.
forcing me to talk. Don't do that.
It's so weird when you're so used to blood on the clock tower the last week, and then
Yep.
I'm trying to be.
I've never survived
People
day
say
2
I talk
on a
too
game,
much,
so
so
I'm
I'm
not
trying
saying a
to be
word.
quiet.
When do we think Van Helsing? How aggressive do we think Van Helsing should be?
Not
Depends if it's Blake or not.
I
Kill every night. As long as you don't kill me, kill everybody.
I told Blake on the thing, because I was Van Helsing once too. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. So,
Yeah, Ross killed like 7 villagers of Van Helsing.
but I got the Guami wolf, so that's all that
You did.
matters to me.
So are there any roles that we should consider asking to maybe come out a little bit earlier so we could get some information, or
I don't think
not with this?
With the
Unless
outcast,
it's-
we have to be careful because we don't want to, like, with the outcast, there's a chance that the wolves may nominate somebody.
The
that-
sympathizer coming out would be
Unless
great.
the sympathizer would like
Nice.
to come out, yeah. That'd be
Werewolves
kind of
coming
good.
out. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I guess maybe the Boogeyman might be the first one we want to come out, but not this early, obviously. Maybe.
No, we need him to scare wolves.
Yeah, if he
Scare
scares
wolves.
Outcast Wolves, he kills them. So he's like...
Oh, that's true.
The
I
werewolf.
don't think certainly the first couple of days. No.
I think werewolf sympathizer and outcast are the only ones we want to come out first.
I'm gonna do the same thing that I do every game that I play. I ask questions of players I've never played with before. So, Tommy, what do you think we should do?
I mean, there's not much information right now, so I think we should wait.
So, are you saying we shouldn't get? We should vote to not kill, or do you think we should? Do you have any suspicions right now?
Unless somebody has a good option, we're just probably going to kill a villager.
It's good that we don't have a Sasquatch or anything. So if we do vote to not kill, it's not like the worst thing. But that also means we don't have a werewolf.
Okay, I'd just like to say I'm in a twilight zone because Paul and Manny and Ross are the 3 people who have talked this whole round so far, and they're the 3 people who usually say very little.
That is very true.
I mean,
Manny is trying really hard.
I've been
not to
talking all the
smile.
time when I was muted.
Hey, man, Manny's laughing. Andrew looks suspicious too. Andrew, you nervous?
Not really.
Okay.
Kind of tired.
Jocelyn, how about you?
I guess I'm really just trying to take it all in. There's no information yet. This is my first game, so I'm quite nervous.
Okay. Well, I can relate.
You're so
Alright.
rude, Ross. Just putting the new people on the spot.
And what about you, Ross? What about
me?
you?
What about me? I think I should ask other people their opinions. That's what I think.
Good job.
I mean, just come from the person that was tardy to the meeting.
Well, I read it as we'll be starting around 9, so I took advantage. But yeah, I apologize for that though. Sorry.
Well, Ross, before you call on me, it's my first time playing as well. It's really interesting, the dynamic, because I've seen a lot of videos and I recognize people, and I think I have an idea how some of you play, but you have no idea who I am. So
right,
it's a really cool dynamic.
Yeah, we know how you watch, though.
You just
we don't know how you play, but we know how you watch.
You know how I watch. You're watching me too, right?
If you watch, you know people that says it's my first time normally die early. So.
Yeah, no, but I do remember that.
My 100th time playing.
So the question is how much does Daniel want to kill Adele right now?
The question is Daniel a seer? And does he already know a werewolf?
Daniel's already found a werewolf, I guarantee you.
Probably.
No. Well, right now, the only people
I
I trust...
when he got written in his chat, that's where.
Not
yet, but
glad
close.
Chris didn't get in because you would have Chris, Melissa, and Daniel code.
Yeah.
I'm close to fighting a werewolf, Scotty. Don't worry.
Don't
I know,
get this under fire. Come on.
Ross has something to say. Ross, please.
Well, I've got 4 people that I soft trust right now, and that's Courtney, Jocelyn, Tommy, and Sean, because I've never met them. The rest of you lie to me every single time.
Ross, I don't lie to you. I don't.
That's just blood on the clock tower, Ross.
I never lied to you, Ross.
One person I trust, and that's me.
Exactly. I'm still drying up tears from the last game we played, but.
So in terms of strategy, I haven't played with a lot of these roles before, but I was kind of thinking when Connor was listing this stuff off that with the Boogeyman and the Seer and Dr. Jekyll, if we can identify 2 werewolves, we could essentially, like, the Boogeyman could bounce between the 2 and make it so the werewolves can't kill, but we have to wait till we have 2 before they could use that.
Yeah.
But the sympathizer could block it one.
The Outcast Wolves will kill then.
Yeah.
Here's our biggest problem. Here's our biggest problem in this game is that the rabbit wolf is our biggest thing right now, because when we nominate the rabbit wolf, one of the people that nominated, even if it was clear by the seer early on, could become a werewolf. So that's gonna be our unknown for the whole game.
We could even lose the seer. We could lose the bodyguard.
Right. I think it would be better for someone with a plain vanilla villager role to do more of the nominating. And I can say that I am a villager. So if you guys have any suspicions, you can make it known, and that puts me on the target. I know that, but I'm a plain villager, so hopefully it doesn't hurt the village a lot.
There's no Tanner, right?
Yep, there's no Tanner, so I'm not trying to get myself killed.
Or maybe
You
Nishan.
become a safe kill for the werewolves now. That's the problem.
I was gonna say, or maybe
sorry.
Nishan is the sympathizer, and he'd love to be turned to a werewolf full time.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything is possible at this point, but I agree with what Sean was saying. I think between the seer being a proper seer and Van Helsing and Jekyll being kind of like half seers, if seer finds out 2 werewolves, that is awesome information for them to come out at.
Did we just lose somebody?
Yeah, we did. I'm not sure.
I think Adele.
Is that actually possible, Blake? If the sympathizer gets killed by the werewolf, he becomes a werewolf?
No. I said if he nominates and gets turned by the rabbit wolf into a
okay,
werewolf.
I see.
They would lose all their abilities.
So he gets a
What do we think?
I don't think so.
How many werewolves? If the seer sees 1, 2, 3, what's the right number? Or do we think?
Well, there's also I think 2 is the right number.
2 unkilled werewolves.
The problem is there's the lichens.
There's lichens and there's the
lichens.
Oh yeah, that's
Scotty. You tell us, because chances are you're the werewolf, statistically speaking.
I think the seer's just got to hold on.
And it may depend how many werewolves we kill during the day too. you know, if we can kill a werewolf or two during the day, then maybe the seer can come out a little bit earlier than
Got a question.
Matt is lucky.
Rules question. Can these unknown number of lichens be also tagged on top of rolls?
No, I said they're just going to be regular.
Okay.
And the good thing is because of the outcast, the werewolves can actually also kill each other at night too. So that's a good thing we also have for the village. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the seer isn't as strong as he would be normally in other games. I think Jekyll and Hyde are the real guys that we should be like. He should be holding off and letting us know it later on. But the seer, to me, there's too many variables for him to actually be reliable.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, the lichens make it really muddy the waters,
knowing
right?
is worse, right? I mean, him having information about two werewolves and accidentally getting killed by the werewolves the next night without us getting that information, that's worse.
I disagree. I think bad information is worse than no information.
Connor, will Jekyll see lichen or will he see villager?
See the exact thing that they are.
Exact.
Well, you know,
Seer and Jekyll arguing over who people are.
Okay, I nominate Harriman.
Damn you, Adele.
All right, Adele nominated Harriman. Is there a second?
These guys.
I'll second.
All right, so I got Adele nominated Harriman and Paul seconded. This is the first vote. Harriman, this is your defense.
Yeah, I'm just a basic villager. I never make it past day 2 in a Connor game, so this is gonna be fun. In terms of suspicions at this point, the only person that's acting abnormal, I would say, and it pains me to say this, is Trey. Trey's a great villager, but when he's a werewolf, he's a little more antsy, and I just see that right now. So
I've
my only
actually only
suspicion
been a
is Trey.
werewolf once. I've only been a werewolf once, and I was turned halfway through. Ask Daniel. When I'm bad, I can't be bad.
What does that mean?
Last night, do you remember last night's game?
All right, it's time to vote for Harriman. And I'll just clarify this. This is the first time. This is the only time I'm going to do it. There are 24 players. Just keep that in mind for votes.
Wait, thumbs up is kill or thumbs down?
Thumbs up is save. Thumbs down is kill.
Okay.
All right.
Who seconded me? I did.
3, 2, 1, vote.
Just Trey?
No, Tommy's a little bloodthirsty.
Tommy as well.
And 2 votes down. Harriman, you're still alive, and that was the first vote.
That was a really weird question from Adele. You played like 10 games or something?
Clock tower confuses it.
I just wanted to ask who seconded that?
I did.
Oh. Wait, which question you're talking about, Joseph?
Which way we should...
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh no, because I played Blood on the Clock Tower and up. I think is kill and Blood on the Clock Tower. So
Joseph, I had the exact same conflict in my head.
You gotta stop playing that game. Just play Werewolf.
I'll make it clear.
So, Tommy, why did you vote down?
Because if we're gonna get the game started, we might as well get the game started. I mean, if we're gonna play, we gotta play.
Tommy.
Yeah. Early in the round, not to kill.
I just want to say. Well, I will go ahead and say Mike, because the good news is I feel like everyone here has been killed day 1 at this point. Well, except for the new player, so it's like it is what it is. Tommy, he originally didn't he say he didn't want to kill during his first speech? Didn't he say something about like, oh, maybe we shouldn't kill because we have no information, and then he just voted to kill?
Yeah, I did say that.
And then you just voted to kill Harriman and said, well, we got to get things started. So that's suspicious. And my other suspicion, and I hope this one is wrong, but it's Jocelyn, just because I know she said she's new and she's nervous, but I'm a basic villager and not nervous at all, but I would be very nervous if I was a werewolf or an outcast. So those are my 2.
Well, if they're also a role they're nervous about, you don't want that pointed out, and that's the other kind of worry, but I don't know.
You also
I
played
feel
30 times.
Confident that she's a werewolf. No, I know, but even still, I'm nervous when I'm a werewolf, but I feel nothing when I'm a villager. Well, because you have to bluff and you have to, play the game. Whereas as a villager, everything I say is the truth. At least
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And
what if she has a role though?
You could. I'm just like you said, we have to just
Tommy
put out
coming
our
to the defense.
suspicions.
Yeah,
and
Tommy,
before
that's
I
a pretty
die-
good deflection, Tommy. I don't think I didn't
I'm going to
notice.
nominate Tommy.
Yeah, I second.
All right, Jason A
Jason and
nominated
Ross.
Tommy, and Ross seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Tommy, this is your defense.
I'm just a plain villager, but y'all can kill me if you'd like.
So,
What are you going to say when an outcast gets killed? What information? You can...
If an outcast is a wolf, so I'll say a wolf is killed. All right, everyone, ready? 3, 2, 1, vote. There are only 6 votes up, 18 votes down. Tommy, you are dead. Tommy was a villager. I'm going to mute everyone. All right, everybody go to sleep. Poor Tommy, first victim. Just a old villager. All right, let's start it off with the sympathizer. Please wake up. If you want to sympathize with one of the roles, just write down that role. Just remember you only get to do that once per game for each role. Thank you. Sympathizer, please go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you won't be able to scare the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Boogeyman, please go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you will not be able to protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you can only kill if the werewolf team has been scared. All right, Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill somebody tonight. If you want to kill, just please write down a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? Thank you. Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you would like to be Mr. Hyde, please use a potion. If you want to be Dr. Jekyll, just give me a name and I will record that. All right, Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Everybody wake up. And our second victim on this very spooky island. I don't know why you guys decided to listen to me and get on that boat and go to this island, because there were a lot of werewolves here. And Daniel, you were dead. Daniel is a villager.
Is that you, Blake?
No.
All right, which one of you wolves killed my friend Daniel?
That's sad.
I gotta ask Adele, why'd you do it?
Oh, why'd I do it? I thought we were taking a moment of silence for the kills that just happened. I didn't do anything.
Isn't Adele the one, like, if he gets to the end of the game, he kind of throws it for the village?
Yes, yes.
Not last night.
That's good.
No, Werewolf is different from Blood on the Clock Tower. Like,
I know, you're amazing at that game.
only that one, I guess.
All right, so did anybody learn anything last night?
I learned how to count to 100 sheep. Took me a little while.
That screams not a new player move. That's the only thing I get from that.
What?
Well, people do watch. People do watch.
Yeah,
though.
people watch all the time.
Okay.
What, to kill Daniel,
I've
you
been
mean?
in games where guys came out with like sheets on everybody.
Because Daniel reads well.
Yes.
It's expected. It's expected to kill
I
Daniel.
felt bad for Daniel. He gave up his spot in the game this afternoon, and then gets killed right away tonight.
All right, let's see if I can pull a Chris. Is
Well,
Manny
tonight's
smiling
usually the
too
night
much?
that he comes out.
Did you try to kill Daniel, Steve?
Not me.
Are you sure?
Blake, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Ask Melissa how she's feeling.
No, I'm gonna stop doing that. I put her on a pedestal too many times, and I want her, whenever she's comfortable, to just say what she feels. But I'm not gonna call her out. But totally feel free, Melissa.
I will feel free.
To tell you how you feel, yeah.
I'm frankly surprised I didn't die last night. Yeah, so my biggest suspicions are I would say Steve. Daniel was on my list, but he's dead, so he's gone. Doug, Manny, and Andrew.
Andrew is always a pick for me because Andrew can totally fly under the radar. Either way.
I'm apparently always nervous, so you know.
You also nominate yourself a lot too.
Well,
I did it once. I did it once in one game where I had infinite nominations because it was a time limit thing. So I wanted to see what vote me down.
Melissa, was there any reasoning behind any of those, or was it just a feeling?
Feeling on whatchamacallit, on Andrew, but Steve, it was just the way he was asking about roles earlier, and mostly just feelings and facial expressions. That's what I do best.
Manny.
Not me.
And
Manny.
she does it well.
Why?
And he's smiling.
Damn it, man. Oops, sorry.
I do also want to
Well,
clarify. I've been asked this question. If all the werewolf on the werewolf teams are gone, the Outcast Wolves, if there are still some left, would just take on the role of werewolves. They would. Just
Oh, that's bad.
So they can't be scared to death, is what you're saying.
So you wait to
No,
not
they
tell
can.
the
They can
caveat.
still be scared if the boogeyman can still scare them, but they would just take
That's
on
good.
the role of killing every night.
So even if we kill, so there's a minimum of 5 if they become like, because there's 2, did you say?
Everything's
He didn't say
undetermined,
how
I
many.
think, in terms
You
of
didn't say
worlds.
how many.
I thought somebody
I
said,
said
there was 2.
last time we played, there were 2 of them, but we had a much
Oh,
smaller
that's
group.
what you said.
When,
Okay.
when you woke up, how many people did you see?
You're asking me?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't see anything. I have suspicions, but I don't want to.
Well, it sounded like, Gil, you were about to tell us how many werewolves they were until Scotty saved you.
Did you wait?
That's not. No, that's not what it is, Jason. But we'll come back to. We'll circle back to you, Jason. But
I haven't said werewolf yet, so
somebody said that there was 2. I heard it at some point. I just didn't know who was. I thought it was a thing. I thought we were told how many there was.
No.
Steve?
No, that was me just talking about a previous game.
Okay.
You heard me.
Steve, are you a werewolf?
Asking me?
Yeah.
Nope.
Steve is on the top of my list. Just the top
I
of my
think
list.
I think Steve could be a werewolf.
I'm not nominating him because I'm afraid he's the rabbit wolf.
Well,
I don't want to become a
I'm
werewolf in this game.
I'm not a rapid wolf. I'm not a werewolf.
You're an outcast.
Nope. Villager. I am a villager.
I'm not against just picking someone off of Melissa's list, because she's usually correct.
Including yourself?
Even you?
I mean, it's the second day. It's pretty much a random kill as much as the
Manny.
first day. So
Manny, are you
she's
rabid?
good.
I think Manny's
I'm
rabid.
not rabid.
He's
I'm
like
not rabid. I'm not
No,
a
he's
wolf.
the All right, somebody has to do it. I'm gonna nominate Steve because I think he's the werewolf.
All right, Gil nominated Steve. Is there a second?
Please don't be a rabbit.
I'll second.
I'll second.
All right, I saw Manny first, so I'm gonna do Gil nominated Steve and Manny seconded. This is the first vote of the day. Steve, this is
Two
your.
people from Melissa's list.
I'm a villager. It's the second day. It's pretty much a random kill. So I don't have
It's
yet.
not a random kill. Don't go for the 3-day thing. This is like never
okay,
works.
fine. Whatever. I'm a villager. That's it.
All right,
I can never read you
time
anyway.
to vote.
Yeah, he's hard.
What are we doing?
Bodyguard protecting.
All right, 3, 2, 1, vote.
I'm trusting Melissa.
If he's a werewolf, this is the vote that really matters.
There are 11 votes up and 11 votes down, so that goes to the tie staying alive. So Steve, just barely, but you were still alive, and that was the first vote of the day.
I voted up because if I'm going to choose between Steve and Andrew, I'm going to pick Andrew as the werewolf every time.
We can
That's why I
pick
picked
both
it.
of them. You don't have to choose. We need to go Steve first, and then you can kill Andrew if you still.
All right, you know what? Nominate him again. I'll do it.
I can't.
Wait,
I nominated him already.
All right, Manny, you nominate him and let Gil second. It's the same two
Yeah.
people.
Why would you do that?
But you can nominate it, and I can second.
We're doing Steve again?
Yeah, I'll vote. I'll vote down this time if you guys want to do it
Okay,
that way.
I nominate Steve.
Well, maybe
right.
somebody else will vote up.
Manny nominated Steve and Gil seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Steve, do you have a different defense this time?
This time my defense is I'm a villager.
All right, it's time to vote. 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay, there are 5 votes up, 17 votes down.
Nice.
Steve, you are dead. And Steve was a werewolf.
Oh, nice.
Do not go to sleep. Do not go to sleep because I could be sending a message to somebody right now. So everyone please stay awake. All right, everyone can go to sleep. All right. Finally got yourselves a werewolf. Let's see if you can keep that streak alive. All right, let's start with the sympathizer. Please wake up. If you want to use your sympathize ability on one of the rolls, just write down that roll. Remember, you only get to do one of each of those rolls once. All right, thank you. Sympathizer, please go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you cannot scare the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. Thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you only get to kill if the werewolves were scared tonight. All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill somebody if you'd like. Just please write down their name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? Thank you. Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use your potion, just write down potion. If you want to research, please write down a name and I will record that. All right, Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. And everybody can wake up. All right, we have Doug. You are dead. Doug was a villager. And Andrew, you are dead. Andrew is a werewolf.
So we got a boogeyman kill.
Nice. Either that or Jekyll and Hyde kill. Or sorry, Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. Could be.
We'll find out on the vote then.
Yeah.
Whoever it was,
nominate
and listen
Joseph.
to Ross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa's
I think
super
this
too.
means that Blake is not Van Helsing.
I nominate Joseph.
Ben, please.
Hold on, I heard somebody nominate Joseph. I just didn't hear who
Why
it
would
was.
you do that?
All right, Jugan nominated Joseph. Is there a second?
Would you do that?
Because you're playing different and you voted up to save the last one. That was a werewolf.
You know
Yeah,
why
but I don't
did
think
that?
that's.
I would never do that if I was a werewolf. I did that for a totally different reason.
Well, you looked. So the first time that Steve got voted was 11-11, and then it was 5-17. That's a perfect opportunity for the werewolves to then vote down, knowing which way the winds are blowing. I was one of the persons that voted up the second time, so I mean, I'm kind of self-serving in that. But it's very easy for the werewolves to hide themselves based on ups and downs on that last vote.
All right.
Yeah.
Since
I've played a number of games with Joseph now, so he's playing a little bit different.
You have no idea, obviously. Anyway,
since nobody seconded, I'm pulling that one away.
I'm gonna say why I voted up. I voted up because I know that if I vote up next day, someone will ask me, "Why did you vote up?" The person that asked me that is definitely a werewolf, because the werewolves want to throw shade at me because they know I'm not a werewolf, because they don't see me waking up with them at night. So Jugan is a werewolf.
Definitely not.
Okay.
I have a rule question.
That's the only thing I do these things. I vote down sometimes when I shouldn't, just to see who reacts.
All right, hold on. I just got a rules question from Trey.
If Jurgen is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and he used his potion, would that nomination have counted to suffice, even though it didn't go through?
I'm going to say yes, that would.
Okay.
So even if it doesn't get seconded, as long as you made a nomination, you're good.
Okay.
Oh, good point, Trey. I forgot about that.
That was what my thought was immediately why he was doing that, because
that was very quick. Yeah.
It would be way too quick for.
I was having dreams last night.
Back to the real werewolf killer, Melissa's accusations.
You didn't want to put her on a pedestal, and now.
After she's 2 for 2 already. I'm sorry, she's 2 for 2 already. She called out Manny, and Manny was just like, "Oh, whatever." I think he doesn't have the energy to, like, fend off the wolf accusations tonight. So I'm suspicious of Manny. And does anybody want to ask Jocelyn why she voted up the first time for Steve and then down the second time? I guess
I'll take it as you asked.
I can ask her that for you.
So
Blake wants to know why Jocelyn voted that.
So I voted up the first time because I really wasn't sure. I'm still trying to get used to who everyone is. And then based on kind of what everyone was saying when they voted for him a second time, I voted down just because what you guys said made more sense. And
I'm
like
gonna
I
try. I'm gonna try to pull a Melissa here.
I would also like to point out I've played in one of these games before where the Rabid Wolf was around, and I know Gil, you came out and said I'll nominate, and Manny quickly seconded. To me, that's something that in my game the werewolf did that, knowing 100% that Gil would be the one to turn if it was a Rabid Wolf.
So I'll tell you why I did it, because I know that I'm going to be on the chopping block at some point tonight. So I'd rather, you guys are going to end up killing me no matter what happens. So I'd rather not let somebody else turn. And Gil wouldn't necessarily, or werewolves wouldn't necessarily know if the person we're nominating is the Rabid Wolf. So it's not a guarantee.
Sure.
I was very quick.
But he was a werewolf.
There is a scenario where either Manny or I could have become a werewolf, and that's why I was afraid of nominate. I was very sure about Steve, but I'll give you a couple of things to try to help. I think it's the first time I'm playing with Jocelyn, but I think like her facial expression after she got a little nervous. I think I'm very suspicious of Jocelyn, and I'm a little suspicious of Sean. Those are my two names that I'm. If I die eventually, remember Sean and Jocelyn.
Okay, this is just a defense. Having been the newbie not that long ago, the first game being played, you're nervous as all get out.
I know that.
Putting that out there.
I'm taking that in consideration.
Yeah.
And I thought, and that's why I didn't accuse her right away, but I still, after she talked just now.
But Connor's the kind of person that will actually make them werewolves, thinking that we won't pick on them because they're new. So he's that guy. He'll do that.
I want to clarify.
random.
That's fine. That's fine. You can kill me.
Completely
And then
random.
you will know
It's
that my
random. Sorry,
suspicions
Connor.
are Sean and Jocelyn.
No, I'm not saying kill you, Gil. What I'm saying is I was in your seat at one point in time where I nominated a werewolf and the other werewolf seconded, knowing I would be the one to turn. And if Manny is a werewolf, he knew Steve was a werewolf, and maybe, just maybe, they just turned you.
I wasn't coming out with my suspicions because it's too early. I didn't want to put a target, but because of this whole conversation, I might be killed now. So I just decided to come out with my suspicions now.
Joseph, I have a question for you. Joseph, with your suspicion of Jugan, do you feel strong enough on that to nominate him?
No,
No,
but
actually,
he's on my list. He's on my list, but it could also be an honest mistake. But it's something to go on. Like we gotta do different things to find out information. It's one of the things I do.
Unfortunately, Gil, I'm afraid Van Helsing has to kill you tonight, right? Because you could be turned.
I could be turned, but I'm saying I have not turned.
If the theory that Manny's...
Well, if we kill Manny and Manny's a werewolf, then it's
you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
No, it doesn't clear you.
Yeah, it doesn't clear me.
I'm saying it might make him more suspicious.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't clear me, but you have to remember, if that doesn't mean that Steve was the rabbit wolf too. Like you cannot just take that for granted.
But if Manny goes and he's the werewolf,
I rather
Helsing
be killed
goes after
during the
Gil.
day. I rather be killed during the day than by the Van Helsing. If you guys think I need to be killed, I'd rather be killed during.
I'm gonna need our first.
You've been spot on. You've had really good reads. I don't want you to die at all. I'm just trying. Maybe I'm overthinking the Van Helsing.
No, that's fine. I know.
Wolf.
That's why I know I nominated Steve and he died, so I'm not clear. So I'm not taking any of this personal.
Hey, and Andrew could have been the rabbit wolf, and Van Helsing got him last night,
that would be perfect.
Great. Yeah,
we got Guami last time.
We need a vote. We'll find out in the vote what Van Helsing did.
So who are we nominating?
Well, no,
I'm going to nominate Jocelyn.
If we have the right number of votes, then we know he killed the werewolf. If we're missing one, then we know he killed the villager.
Gil nominated Jocelyn.
And that's second.
Paul seconded. This is the first nomination of the day. Jocelyn, this is your defense.
So I figured it was coming. I know Gil and Blake both kind of pointed out that I'm nervous, which I am. I'm just a plain villager. I'm trying to follow along and kind of figure out like what people's suspicions are. Right now, I don't really have any. I think it's great that we've gotten, I think it was 2 werewolves out so far. So I hope that we can keep doing that. I'm just a plain villager, super nervous. That's
I
why
hate to do
might be
that to
acting
you,
weird.
Jocelyn, because I'm only speaking out about you because I'm afraid to be killed and not get my suspicions out. But unfortunately, I'm very suspicious of you. Sorry.
All right, it is time to vote. Remember, this is the first vote of the day. 3, 2, 1.
Watch the votes.
Vote. There are 12 votes up and 7 votes down. That is not enough to kill. Jocelyn, you're still alive, and that was the first vote of the day.
I can't tell
So
if
Van
Gil is
Helsing got
Good job, Van
moderating.
Helsing.
Right. So I just want to reiterate a point that was just made, which was it's easy for werewolves to hide in that 18 downvote count, but at the same time, it would be a werewolf play to vote up and then vote down the second time in the second nomination. That's a perfect place for the werewolves to hide again. And only a few people did that. I think 3 or 4 people voted up and then voted down. I voted up both times because I wasn't suspicious at all. So that's the only reason why
I'm pretty sure that some werewolf had voted up on this.
I don't have any read on Jocelyn. I'm just gonna remind everyone to remember. Do you guys remember Tommy? Was a new guy came in. He was a villager. We just killed him straight away.
Just kidding.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. You can't be nervous when you're new to this.
His blood's
It's
on my
not a
hands.
straight away. I waited for a
His
few
grave's
nights.
right
to be
outside.
fair. I waited a little bit. I didn't come out right away.
I'm gonna be honest. On top of my suspicion list is Jill. I'm sorry, Jill. You are.
That's fine. That's
See,
fine.
Joseph, I'm going to back you up. I can't tell if he's over-explaining because he's a villager or if he's over-explaining because he's a werewolf.
I just want you guys to kill me during the day. I don't want the Van Helsing lose a kill because once you guys kill me, the Van Helsing can still go after my suspicions.
He reminds me of the time when he won as a werewolf, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I don't want to meta, but."
Which time? Because I won several times.
Oh, okay. Well, the latest time when you like waved and everything.
He hasn't waved yet, so
I haven't waved.
There we
I
go.
can't believe I won. That game was that was a.
You remind me of that time. I don't know. It
Can
was,
we not
was
talk about that game?
It was recently, so maybe I'm a bit damaged by that.
All right, I'm going to need a second nomination, please. Second nomination.
I can't nominate it anymore.
Also, I have to bring something up. I don't know. Melissa, how are you doing?
I'm good.
I have trust issues with you.
I know you do. I know you do. But I'm just a villager.
2 for
All right,
2.
I need that second nomination, please, or we can go to sleep with no kill.
I'll nominate Gil.
All right, Jason A. nominated Gil.
I second.
And Joseph seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Gil, this is your defense.
All right, my defense. So my suspicions are Jocelyn and Sean. And since I'm going to die, I'm going to throw Melissa into that fray.
Oh.
Sorry, Melissa. I hate to do that. Normally, I'm not suspicious, but it's just you're playing a little different than I'm used to. Maybe it's nothing, but Jocelyn, Sean, and Melissa are my picks.
Yeah, she got 2 kills. So.
Names all the new people.
Not enough.
3, 2, 1, vote.
Gil voted down.
Because I need to die, so you guys know I'm telling the truth.
There are 5 votes up and 14 votes down. That is enough to kill. Gil, you are dead, and Gil was a villager. Let me get back up to this. Mute you guys. All right. Everybody go to sleep. And this island is getting smaller. Few and fewer of you left. Let's see what happens tonight. Starting with the sympathizer, please wake up. If you would like to use your sympathy power, please write down the role of the person you would want to sympathize. Remember, you can only use that power once per role. All right, thank you. Please go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you cannot scare the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, Boogeyman, please go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you can only kill if you were the werewolf team was scared. All right, thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If you want to kill, just give me a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use a potion, please write down potion. If you want to research, just write down a name. I will give you their exact role. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Everybody wake up. There's been another death. Melissa, you are dead. Melissa was a werewolf.
Oh, poor Melissa. She didn't want to be a werewolf.
Oh wow.
Okay, I have to say a few things. First of all, Jill, why do you do that, man? If you hear me on the other side, don't say things like, "Oh, let's kill me and get it." Don't do that. If you're a villager, we want you around. So, yeah, I'm so sorry.
Joseph, he's done that before and survived because of it. So
Yeah.
I don't blame him for it.
Can we talk about the possibilities of what just happened?
Yeah.
I think Gil might have had some information. I mean, I don't know why he didn't come out all in. I mean,
I think he was just a regular villager.
I have to tell you something, Harryman, and the rest of us.
Yeah.
I think I think we might have a lucky bodyguard, but we might not. So I'm gonna come out with my role because I think I was targeted. I'm the tough guy. I'm the tough guy. So if I die tomorrow, if two people die tomorrow, one of them being me, then they targeted me now, which makes me think it's you again, werewolf. That's basically all I have right now. It could also be. It could. Jürgen is the only one I named, so that's why I think it might be him. So if maybe the bodyguard protected, I'm fine. Maybe I'm here tomorrow as well. But
Melissa could have been an outcast wolf too, because they can kill each other. Or wolves were scared in the.
Do you guys remember the list that Melissa had?
Oh, you mean it's not Van Helsing? Yeah. Maybe.
No, it could be
Boogeyman could have scared the wolves, and the Outlast Wolves got the kill.
Yeah, because she outed 4 people, and 2 of them were werewolves. She wouldn't. But she had to be an outcast. I think.
Yeah. Do you guys remember the list that she had?
I think Manny was on it.
Manny's the only one.
Manny,
I'm the last one that's on it.
Manny, Doug, Steve.
So to me, that means I would think that Manny's safe.
That was the villager, though.
Yeah. I think
Outcast
so.
Wolves can play the game like a normal villager, so that's probably why
Right.
he wasn't seeing that suspicious and was able to name 2.
Yeah.
Two so far. I mean, she said.
Jürgen, are you a werewolf?
No.
Kyle, are you a werewolf? You haven't said anything all day.
I'm not. I'm a villager. I've been watching. Sorry, Jocelyn, but I'm coming back on you. I think it's worth noting that Gil has somewhat of a hot hand. He called Steve, I believe. And I know that he doesn't have any information outside of just thinking that it might be Jocelyn, but he was right. And then whenever he was right about Steve, at least, And then when we voted, that vote was a lot closer than I thought it would be. So clearly there's other people that think she's suspicious as well. I think it's worth, and I'll be the one to do it, to nominate her again and put her back up.
I just don't like that Jill named all the new people, which makes me think he's.
I mean,
there was real suspicions
it's
on
unfortunate
Joshua.
that
It
he
wasn't
new
just
people, but like
naming-
new people are just as likely to be evil as someone who's played
but it just
one time.
it just felt like I don't know. That's why I thought it was a werewolf. I don't know.
But I seconded Cal.
All right, so then I will formally nominate Jocelyn.
I'll second.
Okay, so Kyle nominated Jocelyn and Jugan seconded. This is the first vote of the day. Jocelyn, this is your defense.
Yeah, I mean, I get why you're saying that. If we voted him out and he was just a villager and he was right before, like, I get your logic. I'm just a villager though, so I mean,
Yeah, it's nothing
that's
personal.
all I've got. Yeah.
Do you have suspicions?
No, I mean, maybe Jugan a little bit based on kind of how quick he was to nominate, but then again, that could have been just based on him. I can't remember which role it was, but the one where he has to nominate someone the next day. I'm still trying to figure out like which ones are which. I know the basics, but all the other ones, yeah.
All right, it is time to vote. 3, 2, 1, vote.
Got it.
5 votes up and 12 votes down. Jocelyn, you are dead. And Jocelyn was a werewolf. But do not go to sleep because I might need to message somebody. All right, everyone can go to sleep. All right, you guys are ridding this small island with all these werewolves. You might actually be able to stay here and make a little town out of this place. Well, let's start it out with the sympathizer. Please wake up. You could write down a name if you want to use your power tonight. Remember, you can only use it on one of those rolls one time. Thank you. Sympathizer, please go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you cannot scare the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Boogeyman, please go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you can only kill if the werewolves were scared. Thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If you want to kill, just write down a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to check? Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use a potion, write down potion. If you want to research somebody, Just write down their name and I will record that. Thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Everybody wake up. And unfortunately, Scotty, you are dead. Scotty was a villager. And Jason A., you are dead. Jason was a werewolf.
Yay!
All right. I'm surprised to still be here.
Why would Scotty be targeted? He wasn't putting on any suspicions on people. I mean, at least so far. Or did I miss something?
Sometimes they target the quieter people just because
Did I go by some
role?
If you're a werewolf, you want to keep the people that are suspicious alive, the ones that the village is
Yeah.
going to likely kill themselves.
Could I do some metaing here? That tells me that the werewolves are experienced werewolves.
Like you?
Like me,
Yeah, I was about to say,
exactly
like you.
like me.
I've got a crazy idea.
We've killed 5 already.
I've got a crazy idea. Before Gil died, he called Steve, Jocelyn, and Sean. He's been right about 2 of those.
Okay, but before we nominate, I just want to. Courtney has said I think nothing, so I just want to know if she has any thoughts before we start nominating and killing again.
You said me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my thoughts. I have my suspicions on Jugan just from let me see. There were a couple of things. Unfortunately, nobody said anything about him yet, but since the very beginning, I maybe a little something on Ben. I'm so sorry. Just body language. Because I watch a lot of the videos. This is only my second time really playing, but sorry. And let's see. Is there anybody else that I really had any suspicions on? Nothing enough to really bring up.
That's good.
Can I make one thought or observation, I guess? We've killed 5 werewolves so far. So there's a good chance that the last one might have been one of the people turned by the rabid wolf. Unless Connor put 6 werewolves in the game at the very start. According to my list, the only people alive who could have turned are Manny, Kyle, and Jugan.
So I don't disagree with that, but keep in mind that a lot of the werewolves have been dying at night. We've only killed 2 during the series.
Yeah, Manny,
Gil,
and then
Steve's
Kyle and
kill
Jugan.
and Jocelyn's
Let me
kill are the
double check my
only 2 that
messages.
were by you guys.
No, I didn't get a message.
So
I will
So
say
the
that
other-
my
the other thing to
suspicion on
point out-
Jugan has gone down, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know why. So I,
Did he join his
kind
team?
of agree.
Sorry, but a little bit of weird meta thing from literally the only other game that I played. If you know me, I was really good as a werewolf, but really terrible as a villager. So just take my suspicions with a grain of salt, to be honest.
Okay.
I like
Is
that in people.
now the time where we might want the seer to start coming out with information? We're whittling down.
Well, I
It's
mean,
been-
we've
depends on
already
what
killed
information they
5
have.
werewolves, so if they
That's
see
true.
those werewolves,
Remember, we have an undisclosed liking, so
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how.
That's true. But
I mean-
just,
I don't
just
know
floating
how-
it out there for.
Okay,
for
if
the
it's
sake
not
of
the
I
discussion.
seer,
think,
then the Van Helsing is a mini seer, and Dr. Jekyll is a mini seer.
Jekyll.
And
Right,
Helsing is
right.
not a seer. They just
No,
kill
he's not.
someone and then they find out. Too
Yeah,
late.
yeah.
Jekyll will know
yeah,
true
exactly,
exact
but
rules.
they've got information that we don't, right?
No,
So,
but
I
no,
don't
Yeah,
think
I
Van
mean-
Helsing
No,
should ever
die.
die. I don't think Van
Oh,
Helsing
that's
should
right.
ever
Like,
die.
That's right. Sorry.
Dies.
Then maybe that's why I was killing so many people. I didn't understand.
So many
that.
people are confusing Van Helsing with the Chupacabra.
Jesus.
It's like
Right,
they
right.
work differently.
But we haven't
they-
had any off-counted votes, right? Every time that a villager's
No,
died. it's
every
been
time Van
recorded.
Helsing, yeah, it's always been Van
So-
Helsing.
It doesn't
or-
have to
So
be Van Helsing.
he's
It can
either
be the
been on it or he
Boogeyman.
hasn't
Right.
been using it.
They
Remember,
could've
we've
been
also
Boogeyman
been
kills
killing
werewolves in night.
the werewolves can
Yeah,
kill each
okay.
other.
Cal, it was me and you last time, and you said Sean. I got a funny feeling about Sean too.
Let's go. I got your back.
I nominate Sean.
Second.
Wait a minute.
All right, Jugan
All right,
nominated
so-
Sean and Kyle seconded. This is the first vote of the day. Sean, this is your defense.
All right. Again, new player. I have some suspicions on people.
I'm out with them.
I
You
don't
might as well
suspect
stand.
Joseph since he doesn't suspect me, so I appreciate that. Thank you. But
sorry, you just said that, Harriman, but honestly, I kind of suspect Harriman a bit because he is unusually quiet from the videos I've seen. Paul, not really, because you always have kind of that same demeanor, again, from the videos I've seen. It seems really weird to talk about you as me watching videos of you, but that's about it. I think Harriman's probably the only one that I'm kind of suspicious of because he just seems completely playing differently from what I've seen. Trey a little bit, but I think you're just being quieter to let other people play. I think you kind of said that at the beginning. So that's what I got.
All right. This is the first vote of the day. Time to vote. 3, 2, 1, vote. All right, I have 10 votes up and 4 votes down. So Sean, you are still alive. That was the first vote of the day.
I nominate Kyle.
I second that.
All right, Joseph, who'd you nominate?
Kyle.
Okay. Joseph nominated Kyle and Harriman seconded. This is the second vote of the day. Kyle, this is your defense.
I'm a villager. I got nothing to hide. I don't have a role, so killing me isn't the worst thing in the world. Other than that, we lose a villager on the villager team. Do with that what you will. I'm okay if I die. Unfortunately, the good team still wins if I die. Has a chance to win if I die.
Just the reason I seconded, just so we know, he's the only person that's voted up on every werewolf kill. He voted up to save Steve. He voted up to save Jocelyn the first time and to have saved Jocelyn the second time. That's why I seconded.
I voted to kill Jocelyn.
Yeah, I second it.
I nominated Jocelyn.
Did, yeah. But if he was the rabbit wolf, that means he turned. Or he could have turned.
Well, I didn't turn, but.
All right, it is time to vote for Kyle.
Oh, I don't know.
3, 2, 1, vote. There are 8 votes up and 6 votes down. Kyle, you are still alive, and that was a second vote of the day.
Sean, classy move, because you totally could have voted me down and I wouldn't have blamed you.
I believe
wanna
you're
say-
on my team as a villager.
Joseph, and this is not to call you out, but you got Gil killed and he was a villager, and then you were quick to just nominate. I would think you would pump the brakes a little bit after getting a villager
It
killed.
was like 30 minutes since Gil died. So I'm not.
No, but I'm just saying this round you did it so quickly, just after the first nomination, bam, and he almost died. And you could be a werewolf. I don't know. But
I think that makes him safe in my mind. As a werewolf, you'll probably try to get the villagers off, but not so much in succession. You'll not want to come out in the limelight so frequently.
I
right?
am the tough guy as well, so that's a villager role. But
I will
Blake,
say,
I understand what you're saying, but
I just have some thoughts I want to point out quickly. So, like I was saying, Steve was killed by the village, and those were Gil and Manny. Gil's dead, so it couldn't have been him. Andrew was killed overnight, and so was Melissa. Jocelyn was killed by Kyle and Jugan, and then Jason was killed overnight. So unless there's an extra werewolf in the game, it's got to be one of those 3.
that's what I'm thinking as well. And I don't think it's Jugan anymore.
Yeah.
So that leaves Kyle and Manny for me. So.
And that's if Connor put 5 werewolves in the game. If he put
We
6
don't know. Connor has
one of those
sympathy
people
for
might not have even turned.
I will point out, Jason was the one that nominated Gil, and then Joseph seconded. So since we know that Jason was a werewolf now, that somewhat clears Joseph in my mind, because I feel like having 2 werewolves jump on someone that's suspicious is a little, for one, it's just,
Now the problem,
it's
Ben,
really bold for the werewolves. I don't think you would do that.
No, I agree, Ben. The problem
I think
is,
Joseph would, though.
Yeah, the problem is I might, but the problem is also that there's 2 werewolf teams basically, so they don't know about each other. Like I'm not a werewolf, I'm a tough guy. but
Joseph,
at the
he's
same-
he's backing you up. Don't
I
argue with
know,
him.
but I'm being honest because I'm on the village team, so I have no reason to lie to the village. So, and now I probably won't be killed for a while actually because I'm a tough guy, so they don't want to waste time on me. It's interesting
Exactly.
because so I thought I would die earlier, but it's kind of hard to figure stuff out in this game because we have so many variables. I think actually the Boogeyman got lucky and killed some of the outcasts so far, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I think Van Helsing has done a good job. So I don't think Blake is Van
I
Helsing.
think the werewolves have killed each other a couple times
So,
too.
the night that you
Excuse
thought
you.
you might have been attacked as the tough guy, and Melissa died.
It can't have
But
been
he
last
would have
night.
already been dead.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But something else had to have happened that night.
Yeah.
Then
I think
either
it was
the bodyguard
werewolf
saved.
accidentally.
Sorry, why couldn't it have been last night?
Because we had a villager die last night. Unless Van Helsing killed the
okay,
villager,
right,
actually.
right.
But,
So
yeah.
they, I
Helsing
get your
didn't
point.
kill
So
us.
they won't attack you for some, at least for some rounds now. It's like wasting one night.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, outing yourself as a tough guy is probably a good idea, actually,
At
because
a certain point,
nobody's like saying that you're lying.
I think Van Helsing should.
I like this
should-
new Paul, but for the record, I like this new Paul.
I do too. Paul is so vocal. I love it. It's awesome.
All right, I'm going to need that third nomination, please. Third nomination.
How's it wasting a kill if they try to kill Joseph? Don't you die eventually? Like they don't need to
Yeah,
target.
but
They would
they
have to
don't get
attack
rid
him.
of me right away.
They would kill
So-
him, and then it would take
I
like
still
2
have a
days to
good feeling
kill
about
him.
Sean.
So Paul,
I
you're-
think the main reason they wouldn't kill you is that it will confirm you are a tough guy because we'll get 2 villagers killed, which
Yeah.
is.
Paul,
I
who are
think
the
that's
three?
the main
I also say that because I don't want the
Uh,
werewolves to kill me. So I try to put that in their head that there's no use. in
Kyle,
killing me.
Eugen, and Manny.
Talk,
Ross.
Kyle,
Kyle, Eugen, and
Eugen.
Manny.
Okay.
I think Van Helsing should try to either kill Manny or Kyle
But
tonight.
it's not a
So-
try.
so
Remember that
either-
Van Helsing kills no matter what.
Kill.
He's
You
going to kill
will
someone no
kill.
matter what.
I
It's
mean,
not.
we
Yeah.
can't have him.
Oh,
say
right,
that.
right.
Blake
Yeah.
can choose to go.
I need that third nomination, or we are
Russell,
going.
Ross, what were you asking?
Two of the triumvirate should
I got it,
nominate
I
the
got
other
it.
person.
Okay.
Thank you.
Either Kyle, Manny, or Jugan. One of them should nominate one of the other two, and the other one should
I
second.
don't like that. I think you guys need to
Need
nominate.
third
one of the
nomination.
three
You're
of
going
us.
to get 10 seconds. Or we're going to sleep.
I'm nominate Sean again.
All right, Jugan nominated Sean. Is there a second?
Didn't you just say you trust Sean?
I didn't say that. I
Kyle,
said I have a
Someone said that. I don't know.
I made a comment that it was nice that he voted up. He
Oh,
voted to
okay.
save me even after I seconded his nomination.
Is there a
Or I
second?
second your nomination.
Nobody
Whatever.
seconded
All right.
it.
However it worked out.
Anyone seconding it?
I'll do it because he said that he trusts me. When people say that, usually it's because they want to get on my good side, and that's not a good
All right.
sign.
So Jugan nominated Sean. Joseph seconded Sean. This is the third vote of the day. Sean, this is your defense.
All right. So I'm a villager. Yeah, third vote of the day. I know what's going to happen here. So, yeah.
Suspicions before
Oh,
you
yeah.
die?
Honestly, still
Reason
Harriman,
not
you
to kill
still
you?
look suspicious to me. That's, I'm sorry. Other than that, the only other person I see that's like really quiet that seems kind of strange to me would be Adele now. Actually, I wasn't really tracking you much until you just spoke up there. And then it's like,
I'm
oh, yeah.
willing to die tomorrow if people want.
Okay. All right.
All right, so this is the third vote. 3, 2, 1, vote. There are 5 votes up, 9 votes down. Sean, you are dead. Sean was a werewolf.
Oh.
Nobody should go to sleep. So I might need to message somebody. All right. Everybody can go to sleep. That is a ton of werewolf kills, but yet we are still playing. All right, let's start it off with the sympathizer. Please wake up. Would you like to use your sympathizing power tonight? Remember, you can only use it on each of those rolls once. All right, sympathizer, please go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you can only scare, you can't scare the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you can only kill if the werewolves were scared. Thank you. Outcast Wolves, please go to sleep. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If you want to kill, just write down a name. All right, thank you. Please go to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to check? All right, Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use a potion, please write down potion. If you want to research somebody, write down their name and I will give you the exact role of that person. Thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Everybody wake up. All right. Paul, you are dead. And Paul was a villager. Manny, you are also dead. And Manny was a villager.
Oh, so Manny was a villager this whole
I
time.
think Van Helsing is following on.
Yeah, that
suspicions.
was Van Helsing, obviously one of those.
I'd also like to point out, I know Paul was counting how many werewolves we've killed, but Connor said that there's an unknown number of lichens. There could have been 2 or 3 in this game, and Melissa could have actually been a villager and not.
No, lichens doesn't show up as werewolf when they die.
It's only Seer. Only Seer.
Seer sees them as werewolves, but they're villagers.
She died and she was a werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, sorry.
That's some other
So the
role.
lichen only matters for the seer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for Dr.
Okay,
Jekyll
sorry.
either.
So if the
Also,
lichen died, he would come out as a villager.
Yeah, that's how
Or
you
Connor
kind
would
of
say
find out.
villager. It's a lichen.
That's how it would come out.
Okay. All right, well then we've killed that many.
Also,
But
Joe
all of-
apparently got it all. Like he got all correct. Not a single one
Yeah,
was wrong.
Jill is awesome. He's a psychic. I
Like
tell you.
what the? How is it even possible? I don't know.
I don't know. So,
Well, and then all of the people that Melissa called out have also been werewolves.
I
right?
know. I
She
don't know
was
how they do
werewolf.
it.
No,
I
she
would just
called
like
out
to
Manny.
say,
Manny wasn't
I
a
would just
werewolf.
like to say,
Oh, that's true.
I called out Jocelyn day 1, and people said, "Oh, she's new. Be nice. Leave her alone." By
It
the way,
feels so
don't
bad,
forget.
Blake. It's like,
It
it's
was
like
a-
hello,
it was a
welcome to our
bad-
group.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I
in this
know,
world,
but
you know?
you gotta have a heart as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
So
villagers
I'm
get.
gonna
yeah,
say something here now. We're at day 6. If we still have a seer, maybe it's time. I don't know. It depends on your information,
Yeah.
obviously.
So
Now,
I think
hold on.
if-
We've done pretty good without a seer so far.
Yeah,
Like
but,
without
you know,
them
if we
coming
have-
out.
My next suspicion is Harriman
Why?
So
because
I-
he quoted Cal wrong. That's all my only really suspicion. He quoted Cal saying he voted up when actually he voted down.
Oh.
I got a question for y'all. How many more days do we have left if we're killing 1 or 2 people a night?
Or probably only kill one. We can decide like just to kill one. We can tell the Helsing.
If you listen.
I mean, I assume they will.
I mean, we can rule out Blake as not Van Helsing because Blake is
Here
terrible
you
at
go. Here you
it.
go.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, just the odds of, like, I don't know. It could happen, but I don't think Blake is.
I told you I'm a basic villager, and when I'm a basic villager, I just say what I think, and that's what I've been doing. So
I mean, just to.
But what do we think? Do we think he should still go, or she should still go killing people?
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I figure because this is the point in the game where people should say stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if
And
this
I'm not.
like 3 or 4 people, and
Well,
Jekyll knows maybe another 2 people,
yeah.
we would have like
So-
six.
We can sort it out that way.
Let them say it.
If they have information of alive people come out, if not, don't.
He's about to. Let him go.
I'm gonna. I would
Connor,
like
I have a question. The Jekyll and Hyde, if they look on somebody that's a lichen, will they know they're a lichen?
You'll get the exact.
Yeah,
person.
exactly. And I want to say that
Okay.
Kyle is a lichen.
I'm a
So
lichen?
if the seer saw Kyle, Kyle is a lichen.
Yeah, I think so.
So don't kill
If-
Kyle
if-
unless you believe that his one kill got him turned. The what was it? Who did you nominate that ended up dying as a werewolf?
I nominated Jocelyn.
If we believe that one nomination got Kyle turned, but see, Manny was the other second, and Manny was a villager.
Did you get
Kyle?
Did you
I
get
was
that?
the other second.
I got it. I got Kyle as a lichen the night that he nominated the next day. So there's a small chance that he did turn, but
I
Kyle's
did
like
not
so.
turn. I can tell you that in full confidence.
Yes. I will also say that Ben is a villager.
Sorry, Ben.
So 3 people.
Unless you're the Wolfman, then I'm not sorry.
So with me and Kyle and Ben being villagers, if the seer wants to come out and clear some villagers, but at least those 3, that's what I've
Who was
got.
the
I
third
haven't.
person you checked?
I'm not going to say.
It takes time for him to check. Like he has to. It takes 2.
I did check
Oh yeah, that's
somebody
why he
else.
would have gotten 3.
There's somebody else, which means that we're on our 6th night. I haven't used a potion yet, so I can just potion myself.
That's
You
good.
guys just
Save yourself every night.
you just have to make sure that I nominate so I don't die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
we
you are
can help
still
you with that.
alive.
We can just
But
make a
I
fake
haven't-
nomination, basically, if we need to.
Okay, so if that's the case, I
Right,
thought
exactly.
if Trey is Dr.
And Ross,
Jekyll,
I figured, yeah.
if that's the case, then Jugan, I thought he was the Jekyll because of that accusation or the nomination he made right away.
That's why
the
I
next turn.
put it on him.
So suspicion's back on him for me.
Yeah, me too, actually.
That's why I kind of mentioned that at the time so that people would think.
I didn't want to talk about it because, like, you don't want to point it out.
Exactly. I
I
picked up. I was picking up what you laid down there, Joseph, and now I'm suspected of him again. If we're believing what Trey has to say, then.
And I also now want to come out, since you guys know who I am, and I thought it was very early on, and I didn't want to point it out, but Nishant kind of just came out and just said, "Hey, remember when I voted up?" And then I voted up again, and it was very unprompted, like nobody cared.
Yeah.
And he just needed to say that.
You also voted up to save who was it? The last werewolf we just killed. Sean, Nishant, Ben,
Yeah,
Paul,
I
who's
thought it was
dead,
very
and Harriman all
odd.
voted up.
And I didn't want to say that earlier because it would put a target on me because I was still researching. But yeah, that was very weird. He just came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey guys, yeah, I voted up," and then I voted up again. So that made me look cool.
No. I had a logic for that. I wanted to call that out because I had my suspicion on who was that? So the new player whom Blake was talking.
Tommy? Was it his name? Tommy?
Jocelyn, I think Jocelyn.
Yep, Jocelyn. Yeah. So I wanted to say that was the perfect point for Jocelyn to hide, voting up first and then voting down. So I was extending the logic that, one of you pointed out that voting 2 times up is probably a safe point at that point of time. When 18 people are voting down, it's a very safe point for a werewolf to hide in the down votes. But it's with the same logic, it's a very safe point for someone who voted up, a werewolf, to vote down the next time because they know that the next time a lot of people will be doing the downvotes. So I was just putting out my suspicion of Jocelyn.
I'd also like to point out the fact that both Blake, Yosef are still alive.
Don't do that.
And,
yeah, I listen.
I'm the tough guy, so I don't think they.
Okay, so Kyle, I've got so no, hearing what we've just said, what are your feelings on Jugan?
I feel good about Jugan largely because he went along with what I did. I don't have anything outside of that. My suspicions at the moment lie with Joseph. So if anyone actually recorded what he's voted, I'd be interested to hear that because I didn't record votes myself. But my own personal suspicion, aside from the voting, is that he's called for the seer twice.
But this is day 6, man. Like
I understand that it's late,
Yeah.
but like we've managed to do all this without a seer, and it's
Yeah,
it's
but
going
if the seer
pretty
dies,
well.
I hate it when seer dies.
I don't think
with,
we
like,
have a
lot
seer
of
anymore.
information.
Unless the
We
seer's
may not
already
have a
dead.
seer anymore either way,
But I
but
hate it when
Because
they
they didn't
die with
come
a lot
out.
of information. That's just
I think it's
crazy.
worth noting that you've called for them twice.
I have, and I would do that every game, like if on day 6. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. He does.
there's a lot of information that you could have, you know, and
Oh, I would
Joseph
say right now with my
only
information,
suspicious
if there
vote was
was a
up on
seer, I would come
Jocelyn.
out and clear some people if you could. But that's if
I
the
mean,
seer's
a
still.
lot. Maybe it's our meta, but a
don't-
lot of times we do that. Like the seer comes out and clears this, that, and that. Then we can start narrowing it down. It's not like
I understand why you would want them to come out and possibly release information. We've been doing really good without it, and
we're very close to winning. I think. I don't think we have that many werewolves left. How many have we killed? There's a bunch of them.
I think we've got at least one, and it's you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 werewolves dead.
All
so
right,
far.
I'm gonna need- I am going to need my first nomination today, please.
I'll nominate Joseph.
All right, Kyle nominated Joseph. Is there a second?
Doesn't make sense, man.
Okay.
I'll tell you my suspicions. My suspicions are Airman, Adele, and Courtney. Those are my 3 suspicions.
Real quick.
Not
All right,
yet.
Pulling that one away then.
So those are my 3 suspicions: Harriman, Adele, and Courtney.
We've killed 3 werewolves during the day, right? Is that
correct?
Yes,
That's what I count.
I've nominated for all 3.
In theory,
so out of
Well,
2
no,
of
you didn't nominate
those,
for Steve.
2 of
Manny
those
and Gil
werewolves
nominated Steve.
were nominated and seconded by Kyle and Jugen.
Jugen.
Okay. So
I tried
mathematically
to
speaking,
nominate
there
the
has
other
to be a
one, and
rabbit wolf
Paul
in there
or
somewhere.
whoever it was
One of those 2
took it.
could be a werewolf.
Well, no.
I think Yugen has to go
clarify.
because of that.
Well,
So
we're playing the.
on the Jocelyn kill, it was Kyle and Eugen, and then on the Sean kill, it was Eugen and Joseph. It was not Kyle.
So I think
Well,
Yugen,
that's true.
based on that, we need to kill Yugen based on if he turned.
I did not turn. I'll
are we
check my
playing-
messages again. No, I did not turn.
Are we playing with the
Yugen,
hunter?
I was the person who
The
turned
hunter
once.
is in.
I was very convincing of that. So let's just put it that way.
You're
Hunter has not died.
he turned in the game before, is what he's saying. He's got experience. He's saying.
I have experience as the person who turned. It's very easy to say, guys, I haven't turned. Trust me, I didn't turn. It's very easy to do.
Yeah,
And
looking
also
at his
been
monitor
picking off
isn't helping
werewolves
me.
left and right, even if I turn.
All right, I still need my first
true.
nomination of the day, please. First nomination, please.
I'll nominate Harriman.
All right, Jugen nominated Harriman. Is there a second?
I'm just giving my suspicions. Harriman, Adele, and Courtney. So I'll nominate Harriman.
All right. Is there anyone seconding for Harriman? All right, I am taking that one away. I still need my first nomination, so somebody's got to get nominated.
Okay, I nominate Jugen.
All right, Nishant nominated Jugen. Is there a second?
I second, since I'm still on. Yeah.
All right, Joseph seconded Jugen. This is the first vote of the day. Jugen, this is your defense.
All right, as I just stated, even though my first nomination didn't count because Paul beat me in for the first nomination, but I still count that. I nominated 3 werewolves, helped y'all get rid of 3 werewolves. Okay. And I'm telling you, my net suspicions are Harriman, Adele, and Courtney. Harriman, because he got facts wrong with Cal. That's one big one. Adele, he played quiet all game until recently. Courtney hasn't said much either, but I haven't played much with her. So that's my only really suspicions. That's why she's last on the list. I can tell you right now, I am this role. It's in my chat. And I did not get any other thing that says I turn. Okay.
All right, it is time to vote. This is the first vote of the day. 3, 2, 1, vote. I have 4 votes up and 7 votes. Sorry.
That's 5.
4 votes up and 6 votes down.
That's 5 up.
To kill.
That was 5 up.
I counted correctly. Jugen, you are dead.
Okay.
And Jugen was a villager.
Wait, so who is the
Everybody go to sleep. Nope, we need to go to sleep. All right. Still left. We got to keep going through this. All right. Let's start with the sympathizer. Please wake up. Who would you like to use your sympathizing ability on? Remember, you can only use it on each roll once. All right, thank you. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you cannot scare the same person 2 nights in a row. Okay, thank you. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. All right, thank you. You can go sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? All right, thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you only get to kill if the werewolves were scared. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill. If you want to kill, just please write down a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? Okay, thank you. Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use a potion, just write down potion. If you want to research somebody, just write down their name. All right, thank you. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please go to sleep. Everybody wake up. Blake, you're dead. And Blake was a villager.
I nominate myself.
All right, Trey nominated himself. Is anyone seconding it?
Does it count even if we don't second?
Correct.
Right.
Okay,
that's why I asked earlier.
Yeah, don't second them.
Anybody second it, kill him. All right.
Nobody
can afford. If we can afford to lose a villager, I need to die, guys.
Right,
I'm gonna throw it so hard.
I'm pulling Trey's vote away.
What? What are you saying?
No, I never win if I'm in the last 3.
Oh, you gotta break the jinx.
You gotta break that.
It doesn't work. I'm telling you.
Okay, so who is the strongest suspicion as a werewolf? I am good.
Harriman at this point.
I'm fine with that. Yep. I'm a playing villager. You guys can kill. I'm gonna die. I know I'm suspicious. I've had some bad votes. But after you do kill me,
well, I was suspicious of you when you called me out on day 1, and I was talking a bunch.
So Herman, who are you suspecting?
Oddly enough, Kyle. I think Kyle just might have tried to kill Van Helsing. He was very eager to jump back and get his notebook, and he's like, "Oh no, it's 4 votes," and you needed to count that real quick.
Wait. Wasn't?
Didn't we get confirmation?
We
got confirmation.
Well, okay, so here's the deal, Joseph. The only way Kyle could still be a werewolf. When I got him as a lichen,
this was before he nominated.
Was that early?
The next day.
Wait, hold on. He nominated Jocelyn.
He nominated Jocelyn and she died.
I got him as lichen on the night of day 4. I didn't get him as werewolf. I got him as lichen. The next day, he nominated, and we killed Jocelyn. So that would be the only
Jugan
point.
was the second, who ended up being a villager.
Well, you was the second who ended up being a villager. So meaning Kyle could still be a werewolf if it was that one perfect scenario, which is low, but it still could be.
So I'm fine dying to confirm I'm a villager, but I think it should be Kyle.
You can't kill people to confirm the villager at this stage. We're low on people here.
We're assuming there's only one werewolf left.
But still, I don't like the logic. Like, let's kill someone to confirm their
Well, yeah.
villager.
Ben, what are you thinking?
I guess what I'm saying is if I die.
Joseph, I just want to ask you a question and tell me if this logic makes sense.
Doesn't even rhyme with Ben.
It would be, it would make sense to come out as a tough guy, so that when people ask that why haven't you died yet, you can always bring up that argument.
I actually thought about it myself when I came out. I was thinking, wow, this is something you should do as a werewolf. I'm not a werewolf though, but I see your logic, man.
Okay.
I mean, at this point in time, do we have a boogeyman or seer that could start clearing some more people? Because if
there's no better time than the present.
Than now, unless you are still in the game and you just have no information, or it just overlaps with what I gave.
I think all rules should come out now. Every rule should come out now because
there's so few people.
If there's so few people, if there is a bodyguard or
Okay, I'll do it. What the heck? I'm Hunter. So if you give me if there are two suspicions, nominate one and I'll kill the other one if I get killed.
Okay. Ross, this is what I'm going to say. If you are not suspicious of anyone, kill me because I'm a plain villager. If you are unsure,
no. We need the village. We need the village votes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Trey, quick.
We're not going to kill you, Ross, during the day. We're letting the werewolves.
We're
kill
not
you.
killing the hunter.
No, the werewolves won't kill him anyways. Like,
Trey, does your third check still
Why does
matter?
everybody want to kill good wolves? I don't get it.
No, I don't know where we're going on.
No, the rules need to live. Villagers are fine. I mean, the rules need to live.
No, we don't want we want the numbers to be superior to the werewolves. We don't want to be killing our
I
villagers.
think there's like one werewolf left right now. That's
Is
what
that you, Nishant? Because of the way what you're saying
Yeah.
now.
It's so hard.
No, okay, that's fine. So it would be super. I mean, it would be really bad logic for me to come out and say Ross kill me. That wouldn't make any sense. But
reverse
It
psychology.
still doesn't.
Ross,
So
if you are unsure, right, and you get killed at night, you will get a kill the next morning.
Why should he kill you if you're a villager? That doesn't make any sense.
I want the
No,
werewolf kill.
He's wasting the hunter. Ew,
I would rather role live or a seer or someone a jack.
Okay, what is
That's
going
okay,
on
they
with
won,
Nishant right now?
They don't have a seer anymore.
If someone can please explain to me what Nishant's doing right now, I'd appreciate it.
Trey, did you answer my question, by the way?
No, because I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, your third check, does it still matter to keep it secret?
You mean my third?
You should have gotten enough nights to get 3 people
your
to
third
research.
Yeah.
I
You
would
had
just
enough
say
nights-
this: what I researched and what I know doesn't matter.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not giving the werewolves any more information.
Oh, so he got a villager.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So
Well,
Ben,
yes. If
Ben,
I knew that, okay, let's put it this way: if I knew that somebody was a werewolf, I would have just been like, "Yeah, I saw Melissa and she was a werewolf, but she's
Ben,
gone."
I'm going to hear from you. I
I'm
promise.
not saying.
Trey, have you checked?
saying-
Well, you checked me as a lichen. That's right. Never mind.
And I hit you on day 4. It's the person that I learned on day 2 is the person I'm not talking about, and then I cleared Ben as a villager, a plain villager, on night 6.
So what does Ben think?
But what I was I was going to ask Trey who all he had cleared, and then I was going to suggest that everybody other than those people come out with their role. Basically saying if Trey's cleared a couple of people as villagers and they have roles, there's no reason for them to come out and say what they are because we already know
Currently,
they're
you're the
villagers.
only one.
But I mean, if we do that now, then it narrows things down for the werewolves.
Well, and now we've got Ross coming out as Hunter.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to need my first nomination today. First
The way
nomination.
I see it, we have 3.
I still think it's Kyle.
We have
Go
4
ahead, Joseph,
cleared
sorry.
people. Kyle could have turned. I could have turned, but I didn't, obviously. Nishant is acting really weird. Courtney's not saying that much. Adele is saying that we should kill him just because of some kind of meta, which is crazy. And Ben seems good.
It's really not, though. It's really
Ross seems good. I mean, Ross is Hunter, but I had him as villager.
Adele, we
earlier
won't
as
let you be on
well.
the final 3. We'll keep you around for your opinions, but we'll let you die before the final 3. How about that?
Yeah, that I'm good with that.
All right, I
So-
need that first nomination, please. First nomination.
I'm gonna nominate Nishant then.
All right, Joseph nominated Nishant. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, Kyle seconded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
First vote of the day. Nishant, this is your defense.
Okay, I would say I'm okay dying. I would rather hear 2 more nominations I'm a villager, so I mean, it's okay if I get killed, but it would be good to hear one more person.
Not okay if you die.
Because it's not making sense. Sorry.
Like earlier in the game, that makes sense, but later in the game to say, "Oh, it's okay if villagers die when we're down to this much," doesn't. You know.
All right, it is.
This could be like the biggest brain move ever.
3, 2, 1, vote. There are 6 votes down and 3 votes up. Nishant, you are dead. Nishant was a villager. All right, everybody go to sleep. I do want to let you guys know at this point, I won't need seconds since there are 8 of you. All right, let's start it out with the sympathizer. Please wake up. Who would you like to use your sympathize ability on? Remember, you can only use it on each roll once. Thank you. Sympathizer, go to sleep. Boogeyman, please wake up. Who would you like to scare? Remember, you cannot scare the same person in back-to-back nights. All right, Boogeyman, please go to sleep. Bodyguard, please wake up. Who would you like to protect? Remember, you cannot protect the same person 2 nights in a row. Okay, thank you. Bodyguard, please go to sleep. Werewolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Thank you. Werewolves, please go to sleep. Outcast Wolves, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you can only kill if the werewolves have been scared. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please wake up. You have the option to kill tonight. If you want to kill, just write down a name. All right, thank you. Van Helsing, please go to sleep. Seer, please wake up. Who would you like to check? Okay, thank you. Seer, please go to sleep. Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde, please wake up. If you want to use a potion, please write down potion. If you want to research somebody, just write down their name and I'll record it. All right, thank you, Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. Please go to sleep. Everybody wake up. Tonight, the werewolves got you, Ben. Ben, you are dead, and Ben was a villager. Again,
I nominate myself.
Just to remind you, we're down to 7 of you, so I do not need seconds.
Have you been drinking again, Trey?
So, Trey, if you nominate yourself, we are going to go through a vote, just so you know.
Oh. Well, I have to.
It doesn't matter. We don't care.
Okay, so
well, I got to nominate. I'm sorry. I'm not nominating myself. If I guess what you're saying. Okay, I just got to nominate.
Gotcha.
I just got to nominate.
All right,
I'll nominate Harriman.
All right, Trey nominated Harriman. Again, you don't need seconds. This is the first vote of the day. Harriman, what's your defense?
My defense is I think it's Kyle. It's not me. We're playing villager. I trust Adele. I trust Ross. I don't trust Joseph. Courtney, I can't read. So my top is Kyle. Second, Joseph. That's all I got.
To be fair, I don't think Harriman is a werewolf.
All right.
Well, you know, right?
It is time to vote.
Well, if I know and I kill him, then you'll know my answer.
3, 2, 1, vote. All right, there are 7 votes up. Harriman, you are still alive, and that was the first vote of the day.
Were we trying to get a werewolf to vote down? Because I almost did.
Okay.
Well,
so
I had to get my nomination.
Yeah.
That's
so
good. You gotta stop drinking, Trey. It's not good for you.
Exactly. It's bad for your liver. I've got okay. So just
No, hold on. I'm going to throw my nomination out there. I'm going to nominate Joseph, and I'm doing this for a specific reason. I have a feeling that I'm going to get nominated and killed today because I look suspicious. There's reason to think that I might be a werewolf. I'm not. I'm a villager. I still think it's Joseph. I haven't gotten off that train. He's not sitting right with me tonight. So,
all right. Well, hold on.
Kyle,
hold on real quick, Courtney. So this is the second nomination. Joseph, this is your defense.
Yeah, I still don't think it makes any sense. Like, and you say like, I'm suspicious because you. I don't know. I don't follow. I don't get it. My suspicions are actually a little bit now on Adele. I'm sorry to say, but it's
I'm
like
fine with
it's
that if we
Kyle-
don't lose yet.
Yeah, like Kyle, Adele. I mean, Courtney is also like Courtney's been very quiet. I don't have a read on Courtney, but that's my suspicion.
Can I ask you, Kyle, something real quick? I know
Yeah.
this is Joseph defense. Are you
Yeah, okay.
nominating because you think he was a werewolf from the beginning, or because you think he got turned when he was one of the nominators? What are you?
I think it's more likely that he was there from the beginning.
All right. It is time to vote for Joseph. This is the second vote of the day. 3, 2, 1, vote.
Oh boy.
There are 4 votes down and 3 votes up. Joseph, you are dead. And Joseph was a werewolf, and he was the last werewolf.
Yes! What are you doing, guys? Where did that
Good
come
game.
from?
Yes!
Kyle MVP.
Yeah, Joseph.
Melissa, biggest traitor.
Where is the
Joseph-
seer that cleared me earlier? I need the
No
seer.
idea you were a werewolf.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to mute you just to kind of go through the roles and kind of how some things played out. All right, so first person we had was Scotty. He was a seer. Scotty did find a werewolf, but you guys ended up killing him pretty early. But then he just got a bunch of no's. Then we had Doug, who was the bodyguard, who protected himself, then protected Melissa, and then died. So bodyguard was out very early in this game. Boogeyman was Daniel, who ended up scaring the werewolves, but the Outcast Werewolves got the kill that night, and then Daniel was killed by the Outcast Werewolves. So Daniel did not last very long as the Boogeyman. Trey was Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde. The person that Trey checked the first night was Doug as the bodyguard, which is why he didn't want to tell you guys the bodyguard was already dead. He checked Kyle, which was the like, and he checked Ben, and he knew Ben was Van Helsing. So Ben was Van Helsing, but he didn't want to tell everyone that Ben was Van Helsing. And then he tried to check. He actually never used a potion. He kept doing researches and pretended like he used a potion. Then we had Joseph, who was the tough guy, and he was telling the truth, but he ended up getting turned by the rabid wolf, which I'll get to. Ross was the hunter. Ben was Van Helsing, and Ben was going crazy at killing werewolves. He killed Andrew. He killed Jason. And then he killed Manny because you guys were kind of telling him to kill Manny. And then, unfortunately, Ben, the previous night, I asked Van Helsing to wake up. I think he just forgot. He never woke up. I don't think he was planning on killing that night because I don't think he had too many suspicions, but he did a good job. Onto the werewolf team. Sean was the rabid wolf who turned Joseph. It could have been Joseph or Jugan. I have a little coin flipper app on here. It ended up being Joseph. Jocelyn was the wolf man, which never came into play because nobody ever checked her. Steve and Andrew were just regular werewolves. Melissa and Jason A were outcast werewolves who ended up, I think, the werewolf team ended up killing Melissa because you guys all told them that Melissa was good, and then they ended up killing her, and she was actually a werewolf. And then Tommy, of course, you guys killed my brand new role. Tommy was the sympathizer who never got to do anything. You guys killed him right away, so he never did anything. And then Kyle was a Lycan, and Blake was also a Lycan, but it never came to that. All right, I'll let you guys talk.
I knew the sympathizer was gone early because once I came out of Van Helsing, I figured I would have gotten, shut down so the werewolves could kill me. But I really wanted to get to the final 5, and then I could start using my potions. And then you guys could kill me.
I will say that I didn't want to turn this game. And I read Werewolf from Conrad. I'm like, no,
I saw your face. I saw your face.
I don't want to do that tonight.
Sean was the last werewolf, so that was it. But he was
I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm all alone. No, I don't want.
It was terrible.
No, but
He was
the
looking all
round
around.
I brought up the point, Joseph, the tough guy logic. That round, he,
I was tough guy for a very long time.
At the point that Sean died, you guys have to kill both Jug and Joseph. It was like,
Yeah.
even if they're built, you had to kill both
Not
of them.
true,
I was
Gil.
wondering
Or
why
Kyle,
you
'cause
didn't.
Kyle was the other option.
Because
Three werewolves were killed during the night. Any one of them could have been the rabid wolf. So you're not guaranteed that those.
Right, but that's a rule out because that became a big discussion. They had the numbers at the time.
Well,
I
but
mean,
it could
they had enough people at the time.
Killing everybody that nominated, because there was like 3 or 4 people that had that option. So we would have gone 4 days killing those people.
Yeah,
might never have gotten to
And
Joseph.
somehow poor
Meanwhile,
Kyle
he's
got
killing
demonized because Kyle
narrow
was
the village
going over and over. Nobody was listening to Kyle, and we were here like.
I have to ask Gil.
Gil, I owe my
Why do
success to
point,
you.
Why do you point out 3 werewolves and then you say you can kill me? It's okay. Like, why do you want to die at that?
Okay, you first you can't say you don't like this because you don't know my strategy. I had a reason for that. I don't know why you get annoyed by
Yeah,
this.
I want you to live if you're.
No, but I was going to do more damage to the village. So here how I got suspicious. I was a little suspicious of Steve, and then Melissa nominate him, and then his reaction, I really thought, oh, as a Steve. Now Sean and Jocelyn, because they were new, I made a point of keeping watching the 2 of them while the names are coming out. That's why I was quiet, because I didn't know anything about them.
Great
so
job.
I started looking at their faces. And I didn't name Jocelyn for a while until I thought I'm gonna die, so I had to put her name because I felt bad. I was going to let her go for a while before I bring her name up, but I knew I was going to die. So I thought at this point, because people are always suspicious. Ross was getting suspicious about me, wasn't very sure. So I thought I would do more benefit to this village if I die with 3 very strong suspicions that I had.
Yeah.
Now, Melissa was a lucky shot. I was suspicious of her for the wrong reason. I thought she had thrown Steve under the bus because I thought she was a werewolf. I didn't know she was an outcast. I thought she threw Steve under the bus, pull a Connor in there, and to survive because we tended to kill her early. So this way it would give her a little more imp. So I was suspicious of her for the wrong
Yeah, and the funny thing was, Melissa was calling out werewolves. They just weren't ones she knew were werewolves. She had no idea.
Melissa, you didn't need to say anything. You could have said it's too early in the game. You didn't have suspicions. Why did you follow?
Last time I said that, everybody
killed her.
She got killed immediately last time she said that.
How many outcasts were there?
I've got you pegged now.
You might have made it a long time if the werewolves didn't think she was good because they were like, "Oh, we got to kill her now." Because she called out.
What's funny is if we didn't get scared, if Daniel didn't do that one scare, Steve and I were both like, Steve in chat said he wanted to kill her, and I was going to kill her, but I saw the scare. I was like, well, okay, I'll just skip. But like,
I have a tip. I have a tip for all future seers. I had 7 names written down from the very beginning. Andrew, number 1. Harriman, number 2. He was saved. Doug, I checked him. I checked Joseph. Now that would have sucked.
Holy
Then
God,
I
said you
had
alive,
Gil.
it cleared me.
I had Gil and Jocelyn, but they both got died, so I switched to Sean, but I died this night.
I needed you, somebody.
Then I had Courtney, and then I had Sean, but I had to switch to him. So anyway, I was prepared.
I was going to claim Seer to protect the Seer. The reason I didn't is because I thought that there was a risk. There's too many people haven't played before, and I thought it might be a new person.
They might come out, yeah.
Yeah, and they might come out. So that's like, I thought I'm gonna say a Seer, and then I may die and protect the Seer. But then I thought, oh man, if I call it, and then like I was afraid I was Nishan or somebody that I haven't played yet. That would just come out, and then I was like, oh, I better just.
I was ready to pull my Trey move and just have all my ducks in a row. But
I also need to bring up, and this is important too, because this happened at the very beginning of the game. But Ben, did you believe what I said at the beginning?
About Trey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I did.
So at the beginning, unfortunately, when I said Van Helsing wake up, Trey and Ben woke up. Now Trey did not see Ben, and I knew that.
I did not.
Trey ended up researching Ben, so there's no way he saw him. But Ben saw Trey, and I had to message and say, hey, Trey's computer went off, and I was dumb enough to bring him back in when I woke you up. So, and Ben ended up saying, oh, okay, I get it. So I'm glad that
it was my mistake because the Van Helsing and Dr. Jekyll, they're 2 very classical fantasy roles. And when I heard Van Helsing, I was like, oh, that's me. And I was like, no, wait, it's the other hunter. It's the other story. It's the other freaking book that
I'm not the only person who's ever woken up on the wrong night. I'm the one who woke up with the wrong werewolf team.
And
then
when
you said Dr.
wake up,
Mr. Hyde, I was like,
Trey, and he was waving to me, so I forgot that I made you Van Helsing.
Yeah.
And when you said it again, I was like,
thanks for letting me play. Great game.
Well, and then when you called me again, I was like, "Oh my God, did I wake up on the wrong person?"
Too.
I
Right,
think
Steve.
Steve.
And I immediately
Sorry,
messaged
Steve.
Connor saying I did not see what
No,
happened.
I believed him because I didn't see.
Yeah.
Okay, Blake, I'm gonna say as soon as I became a werewolf, and on day 6 I knew that Van Helsing was in, right, because of the voting, and the only ones voting up that it could have been was you, Ben, and Adele. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
killing
thought it was
Blake. I'm
you,
killing
Blake.
Blake right away the first night, and then I killed Ben the second night.
Yeah, so Jugan, when you were saying the vote was wrong, it was Van Helsing killed, so that wasn't counting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spoilers told me. The spoilers chat told me.
Yeah.
I was like, I definitely counted 5. I was like,
yeah, it was, but one of them was Van Helsing.
And I didn't have time to write down all 5, so I just wrote down Blake, Ben, and Adele, and I'm like, I'm killing those 3 in order. I want to get rid of Van Helsing.
If you hadn't killed me the next day, I was going to say, Joseph, how many villagers are you going to get killed? Because you kept nominating villagers,
I
Gil,
know. And that was before I turned. I got the villagers killed.
Yeah,
When I
I
started
wanted to
my-
ask Joseph, did you kill me because I kept pointing out who the Rabid Wolf turns could have been?
No, before I killed, that was exactly when I turned. I killed you because I just said, oh, I like Paul being vocal, blah, blah, blah. So, like,
okay.
I was friendly
Yeah,
with you,
'cause-
and that's why I killed you, because that's
Because I was
in my
pointing out
mind,
all
that
the
makes
people who
sense.
the Rabid Wolf
Okay.
could have been, and then
Yeah.
I died, and I was hoping
Yeah.
it would be like, oh, they probably tried to silence Paul.
I
so
should. I
somebody
was so
probably
close to
turned.
choosing Ross the last night, though. 'Cause I don't think you would have shot me, Ross.
Yeah, no, actually, it was between you and Kyle because the logic they were saying, you hiding behind the tough guy was why I was a suspect of you, and Kyle because of the turning. Either one was going to be my next. Actually, Kyle interrupted me. I was going to say those are the 2 I suspect.
Well, that's why I asked Kyle when he was saying, like, that was how I was going to determine if it was Kyle or you that I wanted to kill. Because
I
when he
know.
was like, oh, I think he's been a werewolf all along, I'm like,
And I didn't want to shut down you asking that question because that would have looked suspicious. I was like, yeah, sure, dude, use my time
Yeah.
as defense.
No.
But I knew that
Yeah,
was
the
not
problem
good
is
for me.
you turned too early, Joseph. If you had a couple more turns before you became the werewolf, you had a
But
better
people-
chance.
The problem
the
was that
role
I
you
came out
had.
with the tough guy thing, and people wonder why
Yeah.
why don't I die in?
Well, the role you had made you suspect. You were that role, but it's a perfect role for a werewolf to hide in, right? So
But when I
I
came
think
out,
it was
was
smart of
so
you to
that
come
was
out,
sorry.
Joseph. I think you just got unlucky nominating the Rabid Wolf.
Yeah,
Because it
chances were
protects you from the
better
wolf.
that
The wolf will never attack you the rest of the
killed
game.
overnight.
We know you're a villager. Nobody else.
I
can
wanted
inflict
to be on the
damage
village
early
team,
enough
to be
in the
honest.
game
I was so
that there
into
could have
it.
been another tough guy.
But I think if he hasn't turned if he had a couple more days on him before he turned, I think he would have a better chance. I think it was the timing. He was alone for too long. That was the problem. If
I wish I
Sean
could
get
see-
a couple kills and then he
And I
turned,
didn't clear
he
him.
would be in a
I
better
could've cleared
position.
him.
Yeah.
I was hoping
and
when
because Scott would have cleared him too, because he wouldn't have turned. Scotty would have looked at him, would have cleared Joseph.
But Scotty
and
was
then
dead
he
already.
turned afterward.
I
He
tried.
would be much better.
Who killed me? Werewolves or Van Helsing? Oh, I think werewolves killed me.
Yeah, well,
Werewolves killed you. Sean killed you.
when
He was like the last one.
Oh, did
Yeah,
Trey
Ben-
just leave?
Ben only killed
Yeah.
Manny. The other 2 that he only killed 3 people. He killed Andrew. He killed Jason, which nobody really. I don't know. Nobody seemed to have suspicions on Jason, who's an outcast. And then he killed Manny. You guys kind of told him to kill Manny.
I would have.
When,
If
when
I
Trey,
didn't die,
when Trey
I
came
came
out,
out.
Right.
One of
I'm
my
surprised you
targets.
didn't kill me sooner, to be honest.
Well, I felt like if you were good, like I wanted to keep you around if you were good, because I know you usually are a pretty good judge of people. And so I kind of wanted to let it play out a little bit and see if I still thought you were suspicious. And then eventually I was like, well, hold on. Everybody that Melissa called out has been a werewolf, so I guess I might as well just try it.
Good job, Melissa.
I was one away. I was one away from getting Sean. One away, and this is all because of Gil. Gil was driving all my
I do have to say, as a village
What did I do?
As a village team, you guys did amazing because you guys lost your boogeyman, your bodyguard, and your seer probably within the first.
and
3
the
nights.
tough guy.
No, Seer lasted.
No, Gil, I was saying you were helping.
but
You
he didn't-
you had
No,
a
he
good.
lasted until night 4.
Yeah, and he didn't give any information. So like they did all this without many ability, other than Trey's information. They didn't have much information to go on.
I found the sympathizer and a werewolf on day 1, Tommy and Jocelyn. Sorry, but when people say like, "Oh, there's no information day one," you just gotta listen to what people say because it's
I do like that I made the sympathizer a villager because you guys did think Tommy ended up was
Yeah.
good when you guys.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching. If, like I said, if you want to get involved in Werewolf and other social deduction games, just search on Facebook for Dice Tower Werewolf, and you can join the very growing group there and jump into various games. Thank you to all the folks who participated in this video and recorded it and sent it to us to put up here on the Dice Tower. Until next time, I'm Tom Vass, and you've been watching Werewolf on the Dice Tower.